Fam, Super Bowl weekend. And we're watching it from the sofa. Oh! That's okay, though. Oh, change is coming. Change is coming. Smooth, it's time, man. Let's come on. Let's talk some 49er football. GK to re-sign time. Man, is there any doubt in anybody's mind except for the big show that GK is going to sign? Show, I'm just playing, man. Come on. Show, don't be sensitive. We miss you, man. Come in here and give those counterpoints. It's nothing wrong with that. See, we scared, Show. See, man, I blame you, y'all. But who is that? 49er Brian, man. Come on, man. Tell Big Show you miss him, all right? Give the big fella a hug. All right. 49ers offseason 2025. George Kittle's next contract could run through all the way to his retirement. Good. George Kittle, since his draft year of 2017, immediately established himself as both a valuable talent and a personality that lit up the entire NFL community. George is hilarious, man. The dude is like gold, and he can play ball. These are not people you find often. We may never see another George Kittle in our lifetime. Not in the 49er squad, The people's tight end, as he is affectionately known by the Niner Empire, has been the hero of many a game through his 9-year career with San Francisco, provided, of course, he finishes this last season of his contract, which I'm feeling pretty certain he will. GK could become a member of an elite group of past 49ers by signing one more contract, not to mention put him in position to finally earn that Lombardi, that elusive number 6, the one that keeps finding a way to get away. 3 times knocking on the door. George, the 4th time, kick that mother. Kick it down, George. Kick it down. On the phones tonight to ruminate over what you would pay to keep 49ers George Kittle for another contract extension or not. There are those who maybe think that's not a good idea. We'd love to hear from you. It's no problem. We're here to argue. We're here to talk about it. Also, anything Niners. Also, Super Bowl conversation is welcome. Yeah, come on. Because I'm torn in myself because if the Eagles win, the Eagles, you know how they are? Oh, their fan base. Hey, 49ers, man, you guys went in there twice and let them kick your ass. We only went in there once in the second half. This second time, we buried them. What you guys got to say? You know what? The more I think about it, the Chiefs fans, while they're not quiet people, but there are a few fans other than the Raider fans that actually compete with Eagles fans. Them people are completely out of control, have been for years. And this goes all the way back to when Harbaugh, them people, man, Eagles fans, see, I'm struggling with rooting for them, but I like Nikita though, but I don't want to hear from them after. And I got a feeling they're going to come straight to us, just like every other organization that has groveled at the 49er fan base feet for years, decades. You look at the Raiders, you look at the Rams, you look at the Seahawks, everybody we've had to hear the crap from, they've all got nothing. But whose face they get into the most? Ours! And the Eagles will be here in a heartbeat, man, because we've been going back and forth with them how long? I'm twisted. I just don't even know what to think, man. I don't believe they're going to stop Saquon, no, fam. Spagnuolo is just, I don't know what they're going to do, but don't look for Saquon to run 200 yards on the ground on that team. So they're going to leave it all up to okay. Let's talk about them as we go along. Let's not dominate the conversation. Fam, my favorite. Now, who said there's always room for a Myles Garrett because this is a Hall of Fame player? Ooh, the sentiment about getting Myles Garrett in the locker room or in the 49ers uniform is running rampant. Fred Warner joins teammates Diamador Lenore and George Kittle and suggested the Niners as a potential landing spot for the Ultimate Warrior. Oh, God, Myles Garrett. Because whatever team he goes to, if we have to play against, it's not good. Even George Kittle offered one of his comical George offered to be really good friends if Garrett became his teammate. You know who's had to deal with Garrett down through the years? Yeah, because when we play the Browns, George's got to be out there on the line trying to get the run game going and everything else. So he sees that monster coming at him at 100 miles an hour. And that cannot be nothing nice. GK was hanging out with Kay Adams in New Orleans, ground zero for the explosion of Super Bowl 59. He reflected the Niners' locker room hope of adding Garrett to San Francisco's defense of tough guys. GK making the rounds and all his fam. Everybody wanted to talk to him. He gave Mike Florio a few minutes and said, regarding the 49ers' closed Super Bowl window, GK said, quote, I just feel like at any moment you could kick a window wide open. That's how I feel. Sure, you need the good players on your team, yeah, but you can find good players anywhere. And when you still have Nick Bosa under contract, Fred Warner under contract, Christian McCaffrey under contract, Trent Williams, there's still plenty of talent on this roster. A friggin' man. George, don't you let them talk you back down, man. Come in next year. Fred Warner's already Fred already said absolutely making the playoffs next year. And you know, 49ers, like other teams, we don't just go to the playoffs. No, we just go to the playoffs because that is the ritual. We're on the way to the NFCCG, and that's the only place that it's possible to get stopped. Because once we get in there, it's all gas and no brakes, baby. In fact, I wish Mahomes and company would show up next year to Super Bowl in San Francisco. I really do think this is the time. If the 49ers go back to Super Bowl, I don't believe they're going to lose a third time in a row. Not with Kyle Shanahan. I mean, you got to count forward with Harbaugh's crew, but still. Daryl Owens on Bay Area Radio, KNBR this week. Look what Juwan Jennings did. I quote, look what Juwan Jennings did this past year. Again, going into the season, early on in the season, when there was obviously a contract situation going on with Brandon Ayuk. You saw that Juwan Jennings played like a $30 million per year receiver. Oh, Debo, what's he gonna do, D? Gotta be careful, D. We gotta start cutting back. If Juwan has another year next year and you don't, uh-oh. But speaking of Debo is starting to feel like he ought to be a leader out there. In fact, Debo has developed a particularly strong bond with Cowing as the two have connected over their shared experience of being daddies. Debo still feels like he's got to go out there and be the mentor leader. Debo, those guys are going to, you know what? Debo, be careful this year, bro. Debo's quoted said, but them two young guys, they're going to be special. They're going to be real special. To be continued. To be continued, D. Oh! Okay, let's get into GK real quick. GK is about to enter the final year of his contract in this upcoming 2025 season. You know this. If Mrs. Kittle's baby boy gets beyond 2025, he'll be in line to do something that is rare in 49er history and folklore. As you may know, GK in 2020 agreed to a 5-year, $75 million extension with the 49ers, and he's most likely going to play out that entirety of that deal, no doubt about it. He told Debo's favorite show host, Kay Adams, boy, he was everywhere. George, man, he comes to Media Row, Super Bowl, man. And dude, I bet he had to leave. Or else, George, can we get a word? Guys, I got to get something to eat. I'll be back. And then just keep going. He told Debo's favorite show host, Kay Adams, he wants to spend his entire career in San Francisco. And we do too. Well, most of us do, George. How many of us besides the Big Show want to see GK retire as a 49er? I'm calling you out, Big Show. I'm trying to get you in here, man. Come on, Show. You ain't scared of nothing, man. You ain't never been scared of anything. Get in here, man. I'll help defend you, all right? When the chat goes after, I'll be on your team, okay? Come on now. This is to assume he has more than 1 year of football left, and he does. And a new contract coming up that would be to fulfill our wishes. Kay asked Kittle if there were any extension talks happening, and GK Being a comic he is, I looked at his watch. Waiting on him. I think there's been talking. We're mildly on the same page. If GK does get an extension, fam, he would get to the 10-year mark with the Niners and earn a spot on the franchise's illustrious 10-year wall. Do you realize George Kittle is about to be on this team for 10 years? Does it seem like it? This time was whipped by. I hadn't even realized it. That's an area reserved only for players who spend at least 10 years with the franchise, obviously. Family makes plenty of sense that the Niners would want to keep Kittle in a Niners shirt anyway. And here's the foreseeable future. He turns 32 in October, but he's received, wait a minute now, wait. He's received his career with back-to-back, revived, should I say, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. What makes you think he ain't going to do it again? I believe George can do it a couple of times. This dude gets hurt. You know George got hurt early in the season this year? George was hurt all year. George is not your normal, everyday, roughneck human being. Sometimes I wonder if George doesn't play better when he's hurt. Now, that Super Bowl year we had, him being hurt year before last, did not help us. He could have been a lot better than he was. He didn't do bad, but he could. That wasn't the 100% George Kittle out there. George is still. What was that injury he had last year? Anyway, he was still doing a good job, but imagine trying to play with that injury. I forgot exactly what it was, but he was hurt. Also, the Niners, fam, the 49ers can't draft a decent tight end to save their friggin' life. We've been drafting tight ends ever since George has been here. Somebody to be George's running mate. We've grabbed a couple from other places. The one that came in and got hurt immediately was the best one, the one we had after that last 2020 season. He gets hurt, and George is in there for a few minutes. He's in there for a few minutes, and then finally he leaves. We've drafted the Bama tight end is my biggest sore spot. You're from Bama, dude. You're supposed to be better than this. He wasn't. Only 51 players all time have earned a spot on that wall. The last player to get on the wall was Joe Staley. He was drafted in 2007. Vernon D, 2009. And Frank Gore, 2005. They all made it to the 10-year mark. Kittle has an excellent shot at joining them with 9 years coming up and a potential contract extension waiting. I'm thinking, fam, you know what? What are you going to pay George, right? You give a 2-year contract? Yeah, from now on, he can only get 2-year at a time contracts. I give him 35, 18.5 guaranteed. And I know what you're saying. Where are you going to get that money from? Listen, I'm wondering where the 49ers get money from every year. All right? This year in particular. But they're not. And by the way, Robert Saleh understands pitch and fits about Dre Greenlaw. I don't think he's leaving. At one time, I was starting to swallow drink the media Kool-Aid. They're starting to put up names and teams, including the Rams, the Packers. There's another team in the mix, too. Rams, Packers. Anyway, there's teams out there that may be giving Dre the kind of money he probably might want. But I don't know. Robert Saleh's got to do a lot of talking along with the FO. Anyway, fam, you'll find all the info you need at the base of the screen. Also in the description, you'll see all the phone numbers and the PIN number. Get in here. Let us talk. Let us talk. By the way, talk about Super Bowl if you want to. It's okay. It's Super Bowl weekend. Matty S., get in here. Huh? Oh. Adrian says, #comeback Big Show. Keep up the hard work. Thanks, Adrian. Yeah, come on, Big Show. Man, we miss you, bro. Matty, come on in. I know Matty misses you. Hey,
Ronbo. Oh, yeah.
How you doing, fam?
I was just thinking as you were talking tight ends, man. I like Ross Dwelly.
Oh, you know, they mistreated Ross, though, didn't they? They didn't give him enough snaps. And when they did put him in there, they were trying to get him to block. And you're right. I'm sorry. I withdraw my comment. Ross Dwelly was not bad, and Ross was a UFDA.
Yeah. So I liked him, but yeah, no, you're right, dude. It's hard to get I mean, look at how we picked George Kittle up. Wasn't he like what round was he?
He was fifth round, and he was an afterthought. They were looking at the quarterback. They were looking at C.J. Beathard, and George was out there making some great catches. And one of the people at the looking at the Iowa team he says, "Hey, so who's that guy out there on the
Detroit
receiving end?"
versus everybody.
Nobody.
Sam Laporta, best tight end.
They suck. Laporta potty.
They said, "Who is that guy?" Oh, that's George Kittle. Okay. And they wrote that name down, and the rest is history. You know?
Yeah.
Fifth round pick. They're in there. You just never know where they are.
With every bit of my being, I want George Kittle to retire a 49er.
Oh,
I don't want to see him in any other uniform.
I couldn't stand it. Oh, I could not stand it. I'll drink to that.
Yeah. I mean, what are we paying him now? Roughly $17 million a year?
I didn't do the math. About 5 years, $75 million.
Something like that. Upper teens?
Yeah, it's definitely double digit. Yeah. See, Travis Kelce's getting $17.5 a year for the last 2 years.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I want
if they pay what? Yeah,
I want George to have the same thing.
If I do too. I agree. If you're signing a contract with an NFL team, does a signing bonus go against the cap? Like a front bonus?
That's what they would do. Huh?
I don't know.
You know what? No. It could be. And actually, what they could do is manipulate that figure so that it comes out less a cap hit. Let's say, I think it has something to do with the extension up. They give George a 2-year contract, but they spread. There's all kind of legalese you can put on that and make a less cap hit, which is Paraga's. Guy's a savant when it comes to doing that stuff. So
man, they're so good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thankful to have him in the building. Yeah. He's really worked. He does a miracle with those numbers, dude.
Football team he's working with at the same time. So the guy spread himself thin. We do appreciate it. Yeah.
I don't think we give him enough love.
I know people chew him up a lot every now. I see people still saying bad things about Parag Marat. Why? God,
it's such a hard job.
And he's kept all those studs together. You lose one here and there.
Yeah, all of them.
But for the most part, they're all there. That's hard to do.
I don't know. You got to have some finesse. You got to be a salesman. He's got to have multiple skills, man. And then obviously he's got to be a money guy.
There you are, right there. The guy's an absolute nerd.
So
I mean, him and York were classmates.
I love it.
I forget which institution, but they hooked it up right away. And then, of course, with York, I guess Parag knew what he was doing.
That's right.
He's hanging out with Jed York. Yeah. So when I graduate, I got a job.
Perfect. Yeah, brilliant, isn't it? If you think about it, I mean,
exactly.
Here he is. So yeah, I want to see him retire with this dude. I don't know, man. What else are we talking about tonight?
Yeah,
I like the DK conversation.
Yeah, I really think that, and I just want him to have another 1,000-yard season, so nobody's going to say anything. See, we should have traded him when we had a chance, because you know what's coming, Maddie. Our people, we are the most. I don't know. I can't find the word for it. We can snake bite. You know, you bring a frozen snake in out of the snow, and you felt bad for him. You revive him. He comes back and warms up. Heals up. Yeah, you know. I mean, come on, man. We can't be like this. George has done too much for us to hate on him if he has any weak moments, and they're going to happen, you know.
Well, at this point in time, isn't he the most senior player we have at this point?
Yeah, as far as draft picks.
I mean, as far as our roster,
I think you're right. I can't think of anybody else.
I can't
because the rest of them left.
Bosa's getting there.
You know, I mean, the thing is, as far as George, Bosa was drafted in what year? 2019. He came 2 years before George, right?
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, so they're getting close to each other. Yeah, but I think Bosa's right behind him.
Yeah, you're right. Debo's in that area.
Yeah,
They're not. No, but
Debo
you're
was
right.
what,
Most of them
2020?
Yeah. Because if we see what's his name come back, Solomon T. Which are you concerned about
Oh,
Solomon
yeah.
Thomas coming? I don't. I mean, I've decided it depends on what they pay him. You know, don't.
That's exactly it right there.
Yeah, we can't afford.
We
to
overpaid
pay-
him the first time.
Yeah, a first round pick, number 3.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, like come on, man. I like Solomon Thomas because he was an Oregon Duck. He was
He looked good.
he was on the same defensive team as he was with DeForest Buckner. They were a badass duo.
Wait, Solomon Thomas. Solomon Thomas. I thought he
And
played for
DeForest
Stanford.
Buckner played together. I'm pretty sure Solomon Thomas was an Oregon Duck. Of course, they switched schools. You know, he might have started at Stanford.
Because
I'm pretty sure he graduated from U of O.
Okay, because the thing is, Solomon Thomas was supposedly at Stanford, as I remember, as was CMC.
Yeah,
and I remember
Stanford. Yeah,
and actually he was a classmate. Remember, John Lynch said Solomon Thomas was his classmate in one of his classes, and so he knew Solomon Thomas, and he also thought he was a good football player. And that's why I says, why can't we get CMC? Nobody takes a running back in the first round, Ronbo. I know, but you know what? That dude, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm watching him train. He's a friggin' freak. Get him. And we picked up Solomon T. Anyway, regardless of what school he went to, the thing is, I don't know that he should have been picked up number 3 in the draft. We know that now,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Armstead
You're
and Buckner.
right. Yeah, definitely.
Armstead and Buckner were
not
Oregon. Maddie.
Yeah, Buckner was definitely Oregon.
Yeah, Armstead too.
I was getting Solomon Thomas confused a little bit. I could have sworn, but yeah, he was Pac-12 anyways.
Yeah. See, and he did a good job at Stanford. In fact, the quarterback still remembers him. The one that didn't do too well that went ahead at Solomon Thomas at number 2 to Chicago. Something. Anyway, Solomon was supposed to be a run stopper. That's why we drafted him. Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah, no.
And Solomon haunted Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah, that's what it was. Whatever happened to Mitch?
He pretty much worked his way out of the league. I don't even think he's a backup anymore anywhere. I don't know where he is. I've not heard his name mentioned. I thought he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers last. I don't know where he went after that.
Maybe. He's got to be floating around somewhere because like as much of a flop as we see him as being on this side, like he's probably an okay quarterback. It's just some of these first round picks go to teams that just absolutely don't utilize them the way they're supposed to be utilized, and then some players just go to these places and just go to die.
I know, right? Chicago.
Yeah, yeah, Chicago. No, yeah, exactly.
I feel
point in case.
If I was a quarterback, I mean, if I'm Shadir or anybody, no, they got what's his name last year. If I'm any quarterback and I'm sitting there, I'm a first round pick, the sweat is just rolling down my head. Okay, maybe they need something else. Oh, they call your name and oh my God, Caleb Williams. No, God, please, no. What's wrong with you, Caleb?
No.
You know what it's like? I've been watching. I said to my cousin, I prayed so hard last night in life. God does not love me. He's in Chicago. And sure enough, he had a hell of a year, didn't he, last year? And now, but at least he's got a better coach now. Maybe they'll get better. I don't know.
I hope so, man. Because it's just like if I were Mitch or any of those first round draft pick quarterbacks, man, like me as a person. Like if I feel something, I wear it on my face, dude. I can't even hide it. I'd be on the draft stage with a horrible look on my face.
God. Anyway, Matty, hey, give me real quick. What is your pick for the Super Bowl?
Gosh dang it, because obviously I want the Eagles to win, like most of us probably want the Eagles to win. So I'm gonna go. Gosh dang it, dude. I think it's gonna be a rip and scoring game, man. So I'm gonna go Eagles 31, Chiefs 24.
There you go. 31-24. Matty.
Yep.
All right. That's got. It sounds like because odds makers are saying that's got the over under. I think is around 45 max. I think I thought.
Ooh, shit.
Yes, that's supposed to be high scoring. Of course, in the Super Bowl, it's usually that kind of, everybody had prepared a long time to prepare for each other. So, but Matty,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll see you Super Bowl Sunday, and we will ruminate after the game. All right,
buddy. I look forward to it, man. These are the best times of my week, bro.
Oh,
I appreciate
that, Matty. Thank you, and we feel likewise about it.
All right,
too.
brother.
All right.
Oh yeah, buddy. You're like family, man.
Thanks,
all right, buddy.
Matty. All right, bro. Talk to you later.
All right. All right, good night.
Good night, Matty. Aaron, Double A.
Ronbo.
Aaron. Well, Aaron, Fred Warner has promised everybody we return to the playoffs next year. And George Kittle, it's time to re-sign him. And Debo's talking about being a good leader for these youngins, and they're going to be special. There's so many storylines to surround that comment by Debo. And everybody, the whole locker room wants Myles Garrett. I mean, and you jump on that Super Bowl if you want to. Man, go ahead, Triple A.
I mean, yeah. The 49ers, they're definitely going sign to a contract extension so he can retire as a Niner. So that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. How much you giving him?
And
I mean, how much would you appreciate him? I mean, how much would you like to see George Kittle collect?
I mean, to me, like, he's the best. I mean, to me, he's probably the best tight end in the NFL. So I would give him like.
Wait. I want you to repeat that one more time so Don Burr can hear you. Say it again.
Oh, I think George Kittle is the best tight end in the NFL.
Amen.
And
okay.
But
you got a lot of nerve coming to talk about Laporta. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Laporta he's good though.
No, he's great. He's good.
He's not on but he's not on the level like Kittle.
I mean, I'm talking about a tight end that you put on your offensive line and he does a job. I'm talking about a tight end that gets out there and gets open and makes great plays. I'm talking about a tight end that takes 3 and 4 men to drag him down. That's not normal.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think they should pay him like $17 million a year.
Yeah.
And even that, I think he said he broke his ribs in like week 3, and he was
ribs.
Balling. Yeah.
Have you ever hurt your ribs, Double A? It's hard to breathe. I've had bruised ribs twice. And every time you make a sudden move, you feel, it hurts. George is scary. And playing football? Oh! God, that's insane.
I think one time, I was playing football and, man, like, I didn't have broken ribs, but it was
you had bruised, like me.
Yeah.
And I did it in a taekwondo class, and I just took a solid. I mean, that was one of the best reverse kicks I'd ever had. And I tried to take it down, and it got underneath my elbow, right? And bam! I thought I was gonna die, but I go to the doctor. X-rays, nah, it's not broken, but I wouldn't suggest getting another hit on it. All right, what is it? It's just bruised. You'll be all right in a few weeks. Oh, okay. Man, that hurt like, I don't know what broke ribs feel like, but bruise hurts. Broke must feel like, oh, shoot me, please. Like horses. When a horse throws a shoe or whatever hurts his leg, they kill him. I was thinking the same thing. This is hurting, man. Just take me out. God. But yeah, this is, George is amazing. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I mean he was still like balling out with a broken ribs. Like
I,
that's just
and blocking
amazing.
and taking contact.
Yeah,
George is in his first year, you know. For remember, George is out there wearing a flat jacket like an FBI agent. I mean, George is out there with a flat
yeah.
jacket on, playing ball and taking hits. WTF? Really? Oh my God! From right then and there, I said, "This dude is special." So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I'm hoping to get um a backup tight end so that way, he can help. Well, that way some tight end can help Kittle a little bit.
At least take some out. The 49ers keep trying to get tight ends that can block, so Kittle doesn't have to be in line blocking, but they never do because George can still out. George is just in line blocking. George is the only guy that did it. We seen what happened to Brock Purdy when George wasn't on the line. The dude whiffed and broke Brock's arm like a
Yeah,
twig.
I know.
So
Wow. So yeah, I think yeah. So I think the other color meant that so Solomon Thomas went to Stanford, not Oregon.
yeah, Matty realized it a little later on. He was mixing Eric Armstead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, DeForest Buckner and Eric Armstead was getting them mixed up. As you knew, Buckner
Yeah,
and
and
Armstead
today,
were.
yeah, and today we just hired Gus Bradley as an assistant coach.
I know, right? I thought Gus. So you know what that means? If Robert Saleh gets a head coaching job next year, if the 49ers, if we get to the Super Bowl again and win, Robert Saleh's gone. Next time he's gone to stay. Gus Bradley can slide right on into that position. Brilliant move by the 49ers. Brilliant.
Yeah, and I think last year, I mean, even though he was let go by the Colts, I think he had the Colts defense ranked like ninth or 10th.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember.
And
So,
and with the talent the 49ers are
and
going
he
to
runs
have.
the same scheme.
Yes, and he kind of likes that. They just need to add some nuance to it. It's gotten stale. It needs some upgrading. I think Saleh
Yeah,
and Bradley are the minds that can do that. So, yeah. But that defensive line just needs to stay healthy. And then people like Jim Eppinger should stop talking major trash. Oh, we're going to sweep the 49ers again. Dream on, Jimmy. Dream on. God, where's Steve
yep.
Perry? Dream on. Dream on. Dream on. Oh, okay, so let me get crazy. Okay. Go ahead, fam. Oh, wait, real quick before we
But
go. Give me your Super Bowl prediction. Yeah.
oh man, so I mean, I know the Eagles are the better team because they have more talent on both sides of the ball. But
We were the better team
man,
last
I just,
year.
I just, I mean, even though I hate the Chiefs, like I still can't count them out because
You and me both.
last year when we played them, like we were the better team,
Yeah.
but we just gave it away.
I mean, everybody does. The
So
Eagles gave it away last time, too. The Ravens gave it away. The Bills gave it away. Everybody just gives things to Kansas City. And then the refs come in and they help, and it makes it easy.
yeah,
Okay, you know what? I'm trying not to say anything about the refs. I really am. Let's not do that. All right.
I know.
Oh, God. Anyway.
So wait, so you coming back Sunday
Yeah. I'll see you
or
Sunday. Yeah, right after the game.
all
Or
right,
maybe a little bit
Ronbo?
during it, actually. All right. All right, fam. See you Sunday.
All right, have a good night.
You too. All right, Triple A. Yeah, Paul, I'm sorry. I missed it. Did I say Steve Perry? Because there's Joe Perry And it's Stevie Tyler. I remember I probably called it Joe Tyler and Steve Perry. Hey, yo, we got it. Oh, hey, roll out the red carpet. Oh, can I have your attention? Everybody stand up, please, for the Honorable Rev. Come on in, Rev.
Ronbo.
How you doing, fam?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. The Rev is on I'm on a funny one tonight.
Okay.
I've been sitting in the chat.
Oh yeah,
I got some words to say. But first, let me start it off the best way that I do.
Please.
I want to give a shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Ronbo, for giving us this platform to speak our beautiful minds as 49ers fans.
Yes.
The masses. I'm going to give a shout out to my beautiful 49er family worldwide, repping that red and gold 347-365. Well, got that out of the way.
Thanks, man.
Let me jump into it. First of all, Don Burr, I appreciate you always coming in and, you know, that Detroit versus everybody. You know, listen, dude, I've said it for several years. You're nobodies. Okay? You're nobodies. Absolute booty, butt cheek, dumpster trash juice, nobodies. Period. Like I don't understand what it is with you Detroit Lions fans that you had 2 Cinderella seasons to get your heads gassed up. Let me bring you back to reality. Okay? Your reality is you will always be trash. The only relevance you got is from Tecmo Super Bowl on Nintendo.
And a couple unbelievably good stars down through the past. You know, your Megatron and
right.
Billy. Yeah, but
you know, stop that whole Detroit versus everybody, dude. Y'all are booty butt cheek trash. Period. You were a number 1 seed and lost to a 6 seed. That's all I got to say.
I hadn't even thought about that.
You're trash. You will always be trash. I got that out the way. The second thing I want to address is, you know, I'm sick and tired of these lamb chops in our chat. Listen, Jim Everett is not great. He's not even in the fucking Hall of Fame.
And why would you name yourself that? I can never understand that. Why would I call myself
Listen, Ronbo, the only Hall of Fame that dude is in the Indiana Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's it.
Understood that.
And period.
I mean, call yourself Roman Gabriel or something. Jim Everett, what?
Right. Like, trash, dude. Jim Everett is trash, will always be trash. Then on top of that, you always talk about how we are the 94 Niners and VHS. Last time I checked, Lombardi trophies don't have expiration date.
Only in Inglewood, yeah.
Third. Right. And then you talk about Matthew Stafford Dime or whatever. Listen, the dude is 3-8 in his career versus the 49ers. 3-8 out of 11 games, and you bitches want to talk. Okay, we gave you 3 games because we felt bad for you. Listen, Rams, when we tell you we don't even consider you rivals anymore, I'll give you 3 games. Mm-hmm. And you still couldn't catch up with us. Mm-hmm. You're not. We don't even consider you a rival anymore. Okay, let that be known. You had to go rent a quarterback to try to beat us, and the dude is 3-8 in his career versus the 49ers. Mm-hmm. Yo, stop the cap. Stop the cap. Period. You can call us VHS 94 Niners all you want to. We got 5. There's no expiration date on any one of these 5 trophies that we got. It's the fact that we earned them and we got them. Period. Got that out the way. Listen, Gus Bradley coming to the 49ers. As a defensive coach, I'm here to tell y'all, defense wins championships.
Always have.
Defense wins championships. Look what Eddie D did in 94. That man went out and bought every damn body. Okay? I like what Salah is doing, bringing him in. We are going to get back to where we are. Now, I'm taking this season as we got the favoritism as far as the schedule.
Oh.
But my motto, my motto won't change. As the great Bill Walsh said, we got to go out and play every game. I don't care who your opponent is. We got to go out and execute. We got to go out and play as a team. Keyword, team. See, listen, we as 49ers, we set the standard for what the league is. Okay? We establish excellence. We establish what everybody else is mocking to do. Marketing Pro, I don't give a damn what you say, 3 decades of losers.
I know, I noticed that jumped off the page. We don't, you know what is a loser? We be in the mix, kicking that Rams ass and everybody else. That's not a loser.
Dude,
that's just not getting the ring.
You're talking 3 decades and we still beating you. We're still beating you. That's how retarded you fucking Rams are. And I'm going to stand by that. Like, y'all got to be the most delusional fan base outside of Raiders fans, Kansas City Chiefs fans. Like, you're that damn dumb. But it's okay. Listen, feel hyped, feel good. We gave you 3 wins. That's how confident I am about my squad. We gave you 3 wins. Just so you can feel important with your damn Best Buy uniform. But anyway, listen, I don't give a damn about the Super Bowl. Fuck the Chiefs. Fuck the Eagles. Yeah. The Eagles are going to get screwed in the fourth quarter. It's scripted. It is what it is.
They're going to turn the lights out like they did on us, too. Like I just don't know when.
Listen, I was there. I was there in 2012 and I was there in 2019. So listen, it is what it is. I am just focused on starting this season over with, and we get back to what we are. And it's going to take time. Nothing don't happen at a snap of a finger. And y'all know me being on this show for years. I quote the great Bill Walsh everything that I say. And that man established who we are. Period. And anything that man had to say back then that speaks now, you can't argue with me. You see what I'm saying? We'll get back there. Period. That's why I say the book of champions. That's why I quote this man. Marketing Pro didn't warn nobody. Okay, dude, just stop, man. We kicked y'all out of California to go to St. Louis.
Yes,
and you came back and you still got another fucking stadium. Dude, y'all are trash, dude. Y'all are booty butt cheek trash, dog. Like, y'all Rams fans get on my damn nerves, man. Like, why y'all in our chats anyway? Because y'all butt hurt, like you need attention because everybody else Rams pages ain't getting clicks on YouTube. Like, come on, man.
They're so
but
tired of us
because we laugh.
And Rep, they're having a moment. They finally achieved against the 49ers. They've been waiting since 2018 to finally get. Well, they got one break, and then after they got the Super Bowl, we commenced to whooping that ass again. And then they finally had a breakthrough year, the first sweep, and God knows how long, and they can't get over it. Get over it, Rams. It ain't gonna happen again.
As my youngest daughter would say, you and your fifis. You Rams fans are in your fifis.
And Cooper Cup is trash.
Ronbo, we thank you. We love you. We appreciate this platform to speak our minds. I am always going to come on here, and y'all know how I end everything.
Well, we love it.
And I stand by 10 toes down when I say in order to be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo! Let's go. Ready to go. Family, stand up. Ready to go till I'm earth food. It is what it is. Ronbo, we thank you. We love you. We appreciate it, my brother. Hey, y'all rambling rejects, just stop. Like, just stop. Like, legit. Just stop. You only embarrassing yourself.
Rev, when you get a chance, J-Tan had a fabulous. Rams fans listen to Post Malone's Fall Apart. Hey, man, Rev, I'll see you Sunday if you got time, all right? Bring that Book of Champions.
Absolutely, sir. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Rev. All right, fam. J-Tan, that was good. That was funny. Okay. Hey, Serge, come on in, man. Surge.
Detroit smells like booty.
You know why I do like Don Bird though, because it takes a lot to still continue to support a team that has never won a thing. Now, and he still stands tall. I gotta respect that because they've had some great players that left because conditions in Detroit are not conducive to anything but getting your ass kicked, right? So all of a sudden, I'm thinking, Don Bird. I mean, you a bad dude. I mean, that's pride.
Funny how this guy just keeps talking and saying the same thing.
I know he could.
But they haven't won anything.
Yeah, that's true. He could,
They've
especially
never won
this
anything.
year. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing,
Right.
The number one seed, like Red pointed out, and Washington came in there and eliminated that ass.
Man, whatever makes him happy, man. But he's gonna get it. He's gonna get his hopes up every other year, man.
No,
Just keep saying that to
Serge,
yourself.
they lost their defensive coordinator. They lost their offensive coordinator. What are they going to look like next year? I mean, we've seen this. We lost coordinators, important people in the hierarchy of what we do, and we struggled a bit. We came back because we do find pretty good people, but man, I mean, they leave right and left. So I can't wait to see how Detroit bounces back from this.
Oh man. But I just want to say congratulations to George Kittle for winning his award. It was nice to see. I saw it on YouTube, and it was a good feeling when he won that because he deserves it, man. He does a lot for the community. He does a lot for the veterans. So
he does a lot for everybody, man. George Kittle's a special human being.
Oh yeah, man. And it was nice to see his teammates there to support him and congratulate him and stuff. When they had a little little gathering and his family and stuff like that, and had his teammates there, his family, his friends. It was nice. The only person I didn't see there was Mr. Debo over here wearing a freaking Eagles shirt.
Oh, don't get me started on that. I was trying not to say nothing about that because
AJ Brown is his butt buddy. That's why.
Yeah.
Ромbo.
Debo.
After seeing that shit, I'm not gonna defend him anymore. He got to go, man.
And
I'm sick, man.
And sir, did you see how he looked in that uniform? Debo's belly was sticking out. I said, Debo, oh.
Yeah.
I didn't see your body.
He was wearing it proudly. He was wearing that shirt proudly, Ronbo. He got to go, man, after that one.
He looked like he ate the damn eagle himself.
I know.
Yeah. We gotta go get Tyreek and let Debo go because Debo is not about the team, man. He is not about the team. He wasn't there to support and congratulate Kittle. We had everybody in the Pro Bowl, put the Niners on blast and say Fred Warner's over here saying that we're gonna come back strong.
Oh,
George Kittle's over here saying he wants to be a Niners for life.
Yeah.
And then you got this motherfucker over here wearing another team's jersey or shirt or whatever he's wearing. That's disrespectful. You got to go. Because it's different when you say, oh, I want the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. You could, okay, fine, say that. But don't wear their jersey.
Or something like that. You ain't got to get in a transport.
You know what I'm saying?
Make your way over there and put the shirt on. That was totally crazy.
I'm a diehard Niners
I thought I was overreacting.
Man,
I'm not the only one who feels that way. Good. All right.
I'm a diehard Niners fan, Ronbo, but I could say I want the Eagles to win, but I'm not going to wear their freaking hat or jersey or socks or nothing. Like, come on, man. This dude over here and man, wearing that shit proudly in public, like, what? Bro, you got to go, man. You're a distraction. That's a disease or a virus that we don't want around us. You got to go because we're focusing on better ourselves, come back together as a strong unit, and you're just you're just like toilet water, man. You got to get flushed away. I'm sorry, man.
And dropping that pass against the Rams, that's just the last straw. I mean, Debo,
I didn't
you got
like
nothing
that,
but
Ronbo.
lawn in front
I
of you
did
to
not.
win the game. No. Oop. Oh, hell no. You did not drop that pass. He did.
Nah, man. Richard Sherman, he's all wearing Seahawks stuff, but he's retired. He's not wearing those Seahawks stuff when he's a 49er.
When did
Come
you
on,
see,
man. Who
when
does
did you,
that?
When did you see Sherm dressed down in Hawks wear? Where'd you see that?
When he does his podcast, he wears Niners
changed?
and Seahawks.
I said, I've
but
only seen
the
him in
thing is,
Niners
he's
gear. I haven't
retired.
seen him in Hawks stuff. Okay. No, I've never seen him in Hawks hats.
Yeah,
since,
but he's
No, I
retired.
see what you mean,
Rombo, he has a right to do that.
No, I was just wondering.
But Rombo's active. He's
No, I
an
know.
active player, man. He's over here wearing another team. Get out of here, bro. That to me is I don't know, man. He's not supporting the team. Like, yeah, you have a right to vote and wear what you want. It's a free country, but come on, man. You're active. You're getting paid. You know, your fan base and everything, and you're just gonna go and do that. If he said, "Oh, I want the Eagles to win," I have no problem with that.
Well,
That's your opinion. You know, I feel the same, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wear another team's jersey, man.
No,
Especially if I'm playing for the team. You gotta go.
Oh God. Well,
If I was
Anyway.
Kyle, I would be like, you know what? That's a distraction. You gotta go. We want somebody that's about our team, you know.
how much you want
But
to pay George?
anyways, yeah. Oh, George Kittle, man, I love this guy, man. He is the character that brings the excitement.
I mean, Fred has been fun ever since he arrived. He really does bring a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, man. He
That
makes
personality
everybody
is
feel,
golden.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we need to get just like how we had what's his name walk out on the team. I feel the same about Debo, man. He needs to go.
You're really working with
But
Yeah,
yeah,
you know
man,
what? I
like,
thought I was
come
real
on,
overreacting
man.
when I saw him with that. I said, "What the hell are you doing?" And you look fat. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of when I seen him. You're like, "Damn, D, you wearing that, and then you're looking
man.
like this." I mean, come on, man. What's going on with you?
Yeah, you don't do that, man.
Well,
That's just my opinion. But
he better come in looking real svelte during OTAs, because you know, you got to set an example, D. Like you said, they'll be showing them youngsters a fat Debo moving a step slower and dropping the ball.
I told you why he was slow this year, because he gained weight, man. He's eating them steaks.
We all
Like, dude,
see
you're not a freaking defensive lineman. Like, you're a freaking running back / wide receiver. What are you doing over there, grubbing like that? Like, dude, he does not care. See, he got the money. He don't care.
Yeah. Man, order me up another
I don't
bowl
like
of
that.
mac and cheese. That bowl is too small. Give me that mixing bowl you use. Right? Sorry, so we got to go.
So we
I'll
got
see
good
you.
news about CMC. He's
Oh, yeah,
gonna
he's-
be at 100%.
He's
for training
100% ready right now, especially by next week.
Oh man, I'm excited.
Look out. And this is
I'm
February.
excited.
You know what it's going to look like in April? Oh, God, yes. hey, Serge, I'll see you Sunday,
Let's
man.
do it.
All right, fam.
All right, guys, and like I said, Debo, you got to go.
Boy,
have a good night, guys.
You too, Serge. Bobo! Kyle the Choke Shanahan got another scapegoat, Gus. But we don't like Gus? In this capacity, Gus will be fine. Gus Bradley pretty much taught Robert Saleh and some of the rest of those guys how to construct a defense. His mind is not for a defender. I got no problem with Gus Bradley, but Bobo feels like a scapegoat, Gus. All right, Bobo, thanks for that, fam. Hey, Smooth, come on in and give us some, Smooth.
What's up with the best podcast on the airwaves in
Gosh.
2025 and beyond and moving on? What's up,
Thanks,
Ronbo? What's
Smooth.
up, brother?
Man, we just sit back here tripping, man, because there's all kinds of things to be tripping on as a 49er fan right now. First of all, I was sitting back on the sofa for the first time in years. And also, we're sitting here watching George Kittle about to hit a milestone.
Congratulations, George, on the award. Okay.
You know? And there's the Chiefs and Eagles. And as a 49er fan, we really should just not say a damn thing. Because I'm saying either one is going to be a problem for us.
Go ahead.
I was saying both of them going to be a problem for us, whichever one wins, because the Chiefs will have snatched us in a short period of time. This is 5 coming up, right? Because they won one way back 100 years ago, and this will be number 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think the Chiefs go win this one.
I'm thinking. I don't know how they're gonna stop Barkley. Bradley's amazing, but this may be it. But go ahead.
The Philadelphia Eagles coach, he played against the Chiefs before, right?
Oh,
and lost against the Chiefs when it was Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, Smooth. You know what? Fangio's never beaten. Fangio's never beaten the Chiefs, and he's been 8 times.
I'm trying to tell you. Check this out. It's the same thing as the Niners. Niners lost to them twice. Philly lost to them once. They're going in again. Only difference, see, we supposed to win that. Remember when Sean Cunningham got in his playbook and stopped running the ball? All we had to do is run the ball. The first Super Bowl we played the Chiefs, keep running the ball, we would win that game. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs players said after the game, thank God the Niners stopped running the ball. They kept running. Mm-hmm. That came out of the Chiefs' mouth. Okay, get back to Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. Get back to Philadelphia. They didn't have what was missing in the Philadelphia game when they lost against the Chiefs. I'll tell you if you don't know. The running game.
Mm-hmm. They got one now. They can't go away from it this time.
Exactly. So now, how they go stop Barkley?
I don't believe anybody can stop Barkley, but man, I don't know how they do what they do anyway.
They cannot do it, bro. They cannot do it. And if they do, if he's not 100 or 90-some yards, you already know what it is. Players already came out in New Orleans and said, behind the scenes on their own podcast they have set up in New Orleans. Yeah. Oh man, you already know what it is.
They mentioned the refs
when they go. They already. Yep.
I knew it.
Then they say, check that. I forgot his name. I forgot who his name was. They asked him straight up. He said, "Who you got winning the Super Bowl?" He said, "Is the refs involved?" I was dying. He said, "Is the refs involved?" Speaking on that, I got it right here in my notes. Where is that? He's his brother is a referee.
Michael, that's not true. 3 choked Super Bowls. The Buffalo Bills choked 4. Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
Here, I know you probably ain't got enough time for me, but here we go right here.
Go ahead.
His name is Dean Blandino.
Oh, Dean
Blandino. You know who that is?
I thought he's in a booth in New York.
Referee.
Okay.
Now check this out. His brother can take enough. His brother was a fan of some team the Chiefs had beat. The Texans. He said after that Texan game, he said he can hold no more. He said you can call me a whistleblower, whatever you want to. He said my brother is Dean Blandino, official. He said the games. He said I'm telling this. I don't give a damn. My brother get mad at me. The games are rigged. These games are rigged.
Yeah.
That came out of his mouth.
Yeah.
That came out of his mouth. Not my mouth. I'm just relaying what he said.
And that's the thing is, some of it's blatant and egregious. It's on film. But, that one that the Texans lost that game when the two defenders ran into each other and they didn't touch Patrick.
That's the play he's talking about. He said enough is enough. He said I can't do this no more. But what I really want to talk about is the Niners, the hiring. I have text in the chat. I had some news nobody probably heard about, but the other guy he mentioned it about Gus Bradley. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Gus Bradley. He's came from Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right.
You know who was up under him?
When
Robert Saleh.
Yeah, no.
Okay, then they went to Seattle,
Yeah.
and when Saleh left, learning under Bradley, he came to the Niners. So Niners is set up perfectly. We're gonna be the number one defense, if not the number top 3 defense.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Especially when they're gonna be fired up this year. Oh, I can't wait for this.
The Niner fans, y'all can hate, but you have to move on. You got to move on. Gus Bradley, he the one that created the Legion of Boom
I know.
with Richard Sherman all in. Now, when Saleh on the 2-year contract, but if he happened to find a job he won't, instead of the 2 years and you only say a year with the Niners, we already got Gus Bradley, because Gus Bradley's not going to be another head coach. He's not good at head coach. He's only good at what's Kansas City defense coordinator name?
Spagnuolo.
In Kansas City?
Spagnuolo.
Okay. He the same way. He don't want no head coach job. He stinks at that. They know what their strengths are. So if Saleh do lead after this year, we got Gus Bradley, the one that implemented and put together the Legion of Boom. And so we set. We got that's a perfect hire right there. But I want to get to last time I was talking to you, we got into about the who was that? Myles Garrett and all that. But I told you I want to talk about the draft. Okay, 49ers. What do we need the most? We're looking at offensive line.
Most of us agree on offensive line.
Defensive line, linebacker. Okay. Now, what I would do, the number one on my draft board would be Jamar James, linebacker. Florida Gator, 6'1", 230, 4'9" in the 40, vertical 37 inches, bench press 300 pounds. His 100-yard meter, 11.4. His squat is 520-pound bench. Check this out, Ronbo. If Fred Warren and Kittle talking to Dre Greenlaw about Stan, Saleh is too.
Everybody is.
If we don't, we're not really worried about an injury. We know he's fully back. He just needed the rest. That's why he went out and then played the rest of the preseason games. But his explosion, everything is there. He don't have to play no more. But Shanahan should have took him out the game. But what I'm saying, if we feel like we can't get him, and he's talking about moving on and test the market, whatever, we have to fill in that void right there for him, bro. We have to. So we see what it is, what our defense is when he's not there. Even if Saleh is our defensive coordinator, Saleh the one that handpicked him. Now, Saleh, I'm sure Saleh have an eye on Jamar James. He's 2.0 of Greenlaw. And he's faster than Greenlaw. But speed don't mean everything.
Yeah, so Jay wasn't about fast, but Jay can run and chase, boy. If you think you go beat him around that edge and he sees you, and exactly the right moment, you're not getting away.
Jamar James can cover with the best DBs. He can cover blanket tight ends. He can take away the Kelsey's. They probably, Kelsey, he older and age. No, if Kelsey was in his prime in his early 20s or 30s.
Yeah, no, Kelsey can be. He's beat next year.
Man, I told you last time. I said all I do is do my homework in my studies, and I'm gonna bring you what I have.
You know, and appreciate it too.
Hey man, this is he's the one.
I like it. So I want more of that too. Keep it coming. I mean, we got to go now.
Yep.
I'll see you.
Yeah, go ahead. I got plenty more, so I'm just stacking.
Good. Oh yeah.
I got you covered, bro.
All right.
Like I said, you best got
because Big Show quit. I love it because Big Show has quit on me. Because Big Show used to come in with all kind of stuff from every player you want to get. He didn't have the draft already figured out.
Who is that? That sounds like somebody from the 1600s. Who? Big Show.
You know,
I know. I'm just kidding. Yeah. But yeah. Y'all have a good one though. And Eagles. I got the Eagles winning, and I'll say 28-17.
There you go. Eagles. Could be close.
Barkley,
Big Smooth.
Yeah, Barkley about 24 carries, 125 yards.
If Barkley goes 100 yards running this, I'm a grab a pass. Obviously. Whoa! I thought Spagnuolo had a plan.
Watch out for the refs. Watch out for the zebras.
I know,
Watch out for the zebras. All right, man. All right,
fam. Appreciate you. Smooth. Have a great night.
No problem. Anytime. You too. I'm out.
Right. Smooth sounding all perky and energetic. Love it. Look, Rams, somebody copy and paste on Google. we've been in more Super Bowls than the Rams. So that, but thinking you guys set a NFL record by choking up 3 Super Bowls. Be in 3 Super Bowls, Rams. Be in 3 Super Bowls. All right, and that's not. If you know anything about the Buffalo Bills, no, the 49ers do not own losing Super Bowl record. Y'all stop talking so much and do some reading. Hey, Steven.
Ronbo.
Yeah. Steven?
Hey.
Yeah.
Ronbo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Hey. Let me take a quick second real quick. I'm not going to talk about football. I just want you to know something that means a lot to me.
Okay.
I have been watching you, and I have been calling in since 2020. I have found you. I ended up stumbling upon your page about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
To this day, this exact day, I found you, and I was like, oh, let me see what you're about. I watched your stream. I jumped on the call the next show you went on. And, man, in that 5 years, I have seen a lot of crazy stuff, but I've also welcomed in 2 kids.
That's right.
And,
you didn't have any babies when we met. That's right.
Mm-hmm. That was when we had just gotten Brandon Ayuk, and that was when he jumped over one of the Eagles players during the preseason.
Yep.
That was that year. That was actually, I think that was the first time I ever called in.
Yeah, and you used to Zoom, man. I remember that.
And I think a lot of people in the chat can agree. You know, you've kind of given a lot of people a lot of joy for that time. I know you did me, man. Every time I've ever had a problem in my life, and then you just so happen to jump on, I'll call in. You make it a lot better. It's crazy. It's crazy because I've called you on both times. Both of my children were born the same night.
I remember that, and I was wondering, Steven, wifey, where is she, and why are you on this phone? And Steven, we're talking football, and Steven's about to give birth. This my life. Oh, that's awesome, Steven.
It was sweet. I had to tell somebody, man. You were one of the first people to know.
Well, I really
you in the chat were the first people to know.
Ah, that's so special. So, we love you back too.
Thank you, man. But outside of that, I got to get back on my daily grind. I got to go ahead and start talking smack about Debo and how much I despise him.
And you do it well, you know. That's why every time I read about Debo, I think about you too, because Debo's talking about how he wants to be a leader for these new young wide receivers. They're gonna be special. I'm saying, D, you know, they're gonna be special enough. If you don't get back on your horse and ride this year, you'll have made yourself and helped them make you expendable. And I was thinking, well, Steven must be loving this.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Is remember that time we thought Ronnie Bell was going to be the next Debo Samuel?
Right?
Oh, boy.
God, what a mistake that was. I mean, Ronnie Bell made me more mad than anybody. Between Ronnie Bell and Debo last year, they refused to catch the ball. And of all teams, it's the Rams. They're dropping the ball. Now the Rams are going to shut the damn mouth forever. Oh, God. Those were winning catches.
Now they're one and the same, Ronbo. They're one and the same. That's why I laughed when we were talking about Debo Samuel and the Rams. I was like, you know, I forgot. We thought Ronnie Bell was going to be the next Debo. And sure enough, he is the next Debo. Debo can't catch a damn pass. Ronnie Bell can't catch a damn pass. But you know what's the funny thing, too? Yeah. Is he went on some podcast or whatever, was talking to some girl. And she asked him, she goes, what do you think it would take for the Niners to get Myles Garrett? Everyone on the Niners wants Myles Garrett. So I'm pretty sure the front office feels the pressure, and I think they're going to look into it. But he said, I'll even sacrifice some of my money to get Myles Garrett.
Debo said
and in my head, I thought, well, if that's the case, then we'll just trade your ass to the Cleveland Browns and a draft pick and call it a day.
You know, if everybody on the team agrees that they're willing to do whatever they need to do to get Myles Garrett, the 49ers have always the 49ers go down on record saying, we'll do anything we can to make this team better. So that's why when we see these miraculous deals come on like midseason or whatever, they ain't playing. If Myles Garrett, and now I read the other day where it is no longer just, you know, the owner was saying, we're not trading Myles Garrett. I wouldn't even take 2 first-round picks for him. They're changing their tune a little bit.
Well, he requested, I don't think they really have a say to be like, oh, no, we can decline. Because if he's requesting it, I think there's a clause where he can go wherever there's a better option. I mean,
Maybe.
if it really push comes to shove, Rombo, I think Myles Garrett will probably come to the Niners before he goes to anyone else. And it'll help out the Browns because the Browns won't ever have to see us. They're AFC, we're NFC.
Yeah,
So
no, they don't want him in the AFC.
teams, really.
Yeah, those teams are ineligible. So you're right. And there's probably some other NFC teams. I mean, but the 49ers were chatting him up. They were romancing him up during the Pro Bowl, man. They were all over Myles Garrett. Oh, hey, Myles, what's up, man?
I told you.
You want to be a 49er?
I told you.
Yeah.
However, I am a little scared about George Kittle. I know they're talking about contract extension. I know they're talking about, his future. But, man, if there's one person I'm scared about losing, it's him. Easily. I don't care about anyone else. If we lost Juwan Jennings, okay, it is what it is. If we lost Afunga, I could care less. If we lost Javon Hargrave, whatever. But if we lose George Kittle, that's a huge blow to the offense because
it's like the heart of the soul of the team.
He is. And you know what the crazy part is too, Rumbo? As skinny as he is the epitome, the pure definition of yak. He is yards after carry. He is a yards after carry machine. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's the one who started. He's the one who pioneered it.
I'm telling
true to it.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Because that's when the 49ers got the idea that they should build that kind of attack. And they went and got Debo. And anybody else is big and strong and run with the ball. And that's where the Yak brothers was Debo and George.
Yep. And unfortunately, only one Yak brother is doing the yards after carry every season, day in, day out. Don't matter, rain or shine. And it's crazy because, man, it sucks because I don't want to think about it. But if George Kittle leaves, man, there's only one place I could see him going, and that's probably to Detroit.
Yeah, he likes Detroit.
And that's crazy to think. He likes Dan Campbell. He wants that fire.
Him and Laporta together.
He might go.
Talk about tight end sets.
That's a nightmare.
Shit. Ooh,
that's a nightmare. That is the Patriots of old right there. If they can dial it in, that's the Patriots of old. That is a dynasty team. 2 tight ends
Gronk and Gonzalez,
with a good wide receiver core.
Gronk and Gonzalez, they were terribly good.
Yeah, Gronk and Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
And then you got Julian Edelman and what was it? Not Reggie Bush, Randy Moss.
But the 2 tight end sets with Hernandez and Gronk, that was ridiculous. I mean, nobody.
Oh yeah.
There was nothing you could do.
Nothing. No, because both of them were extremely, extremely athletic in their own right. Gronk you could barely take down, no matter how injured he was. And then Aaron Hernandez just had that finesse.
He was just good. I mean, and if you can have 2 tight ends work off each other, perfect combo.
Yep.
But
they didn't even have to have an established run game. They just did it.
Well, 49ers, as long as CMC is live and well, and I don't care what anybody says about CMC, if he's out there, there's going to be action, and DCs are going to be losing their mind. He just creates a lot of havoc. So, yeah.
He does, and he's not a smash mouth running back either. He's very quick, very fast, finds the A gap, and once he gets going, there's no stopping him. I mean, he's gone.
He's going to have at least 2 or 3 breakaways a week.
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
To me, man, I just want to see Saquon Barkley go off. That's all I care about.
You might see it Sunday,
I just want the Chiefs to win. Hey.
But see, Steven, remember, if the Eagles win, we're never going to hear the end of it.
Yeah, we're never going to hear the end of it, but they only got 2. They only have 2.
Well, all the Rams have is 2, and they won't shut the hell up. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, all these little weak-kneed sisters around the NFL, as far as history goes, they're always in our face. You notice that? Rams fans, you go bother the Patriots fans or the Steeler fans. I mean, or even the Kansas City or the Raiders. They got more trophies than you do. Why always? I guess because we're in the NFC West. I don't know. It's just strange.
But here's the thing, too, Ronbo. Do you want the Eagles to win and hear them talk about it nonstop until they lose again? Or do you want a dynasty to form and the Kansas City Chiefs will be considered the greatest team of all time in the 21st century?
Well, when you bring it up like that, Steven, I got to say, okay, come on, Eagles. You got to get this done. You're right. Yeah. Which is the lesser of the 2? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because we'll hear nothing about Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Taylor Swift, even though Taylor Swift has nothing
right.
to do with the game.
But she will be mentioned, and they will say Taylor Swift may have been the catalyst behind the doomsday Super Bowl team, the Kansas City Chiefs, who would not be denied while the lovely lady in the booth was pushing them on. And I said, shut up, man. Turn your volume off. I said, God.
Yeah, no.
We couldn't stand it.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather Eagles win. We can for a little Eagles talk because
we can live through the
last time they won it was about 12 years ago.
Yeah.
With Kansas City to win a back-to-back Super Bowl.
And as long as Nikita's in here representing the Eagle fans, I'm okay. Because they don't come in there much. They just get me on social media.
No, they barely come in.
Yeah.
They barely come in, and that's because we don't really face them that often.
Yeah.
It's like I said, the only reason why I don't want the Kansas City Chiefs to win is because, they're going to be considered like a dynasty now, but also it'll be a three-peat?
Oh,
and
we got two of those. Oh, God. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, we got to pull up. I'll see you Sunday after the game. We'll be saying things like, whoo, man, that was close. Okay, the Kansas City run is over for now.
It ended in a tie. It ended in a tie, Ronbo. They're not going to do another game. It ended in a tie.
They both get a tie on the record. No win, no loss. They get a T. See what I'll see you Sunday. How awesome would that be?
It'd be great. It'd be the best thing ever. Have a good night.
Give my best to that awesome family of yours. I'll see you Sunday.
I'll see you Sunday, Robert. Take care.
Man, can you imagine a tie? Yeah, because they got to play until midnight or beyond if they can't break that tie. Can you imagine a tie that goes into the wee hours of the morning? Patrick Mahomes sitting on the sideline, stretched out on the bench. They got an IV in his arm. Saquon Barkley went home at about 11:30. But the Chiefs and Eagles must go on. The fans, ain't nobody in the seats anymore. They all left. They're going to play out this time no matter what. They only got one booth announcer. Eric, come in.
Yeah, Larry. What's going on, pal?
Eric, man, we're just sitting there going over some things that we'd like to see happen. We'd love to see George Kittle get signed. He's such an awesome dude. For more reasons than just football. George Kittle is just an all-around great dude, man. I hope George Kittle, I hope we find a way to put him in a booth or something after he retires so he just stays with the organization. We don't ever want to have to do without George Kittle again. I know he lives in Iowa, though. It wouldn't be convenient for him. But, well, he could build he likes a large place. Like he's got a football field in his backyard. I'm talking full-scale field where you can go out and hold games. George's got one built in his backyard. He's got a great estate out in Iowa. So he wouldn't want to move to California, but still. Why don't he have to be out here half the year? And but anyway, he's just George Kittle is so entertaining. And also we're trying to get Myles Garrett. Eric, are you guys trying to get Myles Garrett?
I honestly don't know if we are or not. But if we do, the one name I'm hearing that might be traded this year is DK. So maybe look for that.
You know what? Cleveland would take DK from Myles Garrett in a heartbeat. What's the difference in salary, though? Myles gets 30 or 24. Myles is underpaid. He gets around 24 or something like that, I think. Because Nick gets 34. And that's only because Nick just recently got paid. If I'm the Browns, I'd do that deal. Because I'm getting rid of a guy that's had enough of us. But you bring in a guy that's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
and then you got Deshaun Watson, who is a problem. You got too many problem children on that team.
Yeah. I mean, and I feel like, of all the Seahawks, and I've said this numerous times, but one guy that I cannot stand is, I'm not a DK fit, guy because of all the extra antics he does.
But he can play, Eric. DK Metcalf
Yeah, I know he can
is one of those
play.
intimidating, threatening presences in the wide receiver room across the NFL. He is scary, but he's got the wrong mindset. You know, he just is. He's going to explode at any minute, and this causes disruptions, ripple effect across the team. Pretty soon, he just sort of screws things up. Yeah.
In fact, last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago, Pete asked him, or pretty much told him to kind of tone down all the penalties, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm good. He's like, dude, how is that helpful?
I mean, a guy that big and strong with the temperament he's got is really scary. I remember that time that he grabbed, Fred Warner must have put a play on him he didn't appreciate. All of a sudden, the camera pans across the field. You know when there's a skirmish going on. The camera zips across the field, and DK's got Fred by his face mask, and he's just jerking it around and talking to him and telling him how he feels about him. And Fred just sitting his arms to the side. I'm not fighting back, man. Y'all ain't kicking me out this game. And I'm saying, DK, what the bleep is your problem, man? He's playing football. There's going to be times when you're going to get hit. You didn't expect that? What is the problem? So, you know, DK, I don't know. He's kind of a frightening person.
I remember that. I remember that game so well, and then I think one of your guys. I think it might have been I forget who it was, but one of your guys did something else, and
DK got the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Fred was in the vicinity, and that is what happened, Eric. Fred was in the vicinity. DK didn't know what happened, and he grabbed Fred.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
But Eric, that time that DK ran, Buda Baker had just picked up a fumble or something, or picked off a pass. I mean, Buda was making his way down the field. And the camera, all of a sudden, you see DK Metcalf running to the frame, running past everybody. Went and grabbed Buda and dropped him into the dirt. I'd never seen anything like that in my life at any level. Buda was running away from every defender on the defense or on the offensive side of the ball, and those are offenders. Those guys are supposed to run. Buda was making his way out. DK runs in. The only thing I seen more funny than that was this video of this African. There was a cheetah was running down some animal of prey, a deer, an elk, or something, and this African runs past the cheetah, picks up the elk or whatever it was, and runs off and leaves the cheetah. It took me 2 days to get over that video. I said, you know what? Find that dude. I want him on the 49ers. Sign him up, please, now. So, you know, but DK looked just like that, coming into the frame, grabbed Buda and dropped him into the dirt when nobody else could catch him. He is not a normal human being. Got a stomach like a washboard, muscle everywhere. He is a physical specimen, but his mind is not right. So, you know, damn, it's too bad. Because he can be a force.
I think that was like 2 weeks in a row because the week before, I know you guys had to play Philly, and that was just an absolute mess because it was Big Dom, and who was you guys again?
Wait, Eric, what are we talking about specifically?
Like the week prior, Dan Quaid was playing Philadelphia, and Big Dom, the security guy.
The time, him and Dre Greenlaw got into it on the sideline.
Oh, great, yeah.
If that would have been DK, they'd still be trying to break that fight up. You know, he uses no judgment in those situations. They had to contain Dre too. I think Dre got fined, But Big Dom got kicked off the field. They'll be down on the field anymore. He's back on the field, I noticed, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think after a while they kind of
Eased
let
up.
him come back.
Uh,
Maybe after the season was over, but I mean, actually, I kind of think that might be a mistake because just the fact that he's back down there.
yeah, players are wondering. Well, yeah, but the thing is, Dom's a part of the. I got to feel Big Dom is part of the mob. Somebody probably called up the league sources. Hey, I need for you to leave. Dom, wherever he wants to go is fine. And I don't have to repeat this message. Who is this? I think you probably have a good idea. Dom stays on the sidelines. And that was the end of that conversation, And all of a sudden, Dom's back on the sideline, Jesus.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I remember, like, next week we were playing Philadelphia ourselves. We actually beat them that week, but there was a suite up in Seattle at the stadium, and you could definitely see that he was watching from the suite.
I'm glad you guys had to play the Eagles. That was the year that every time we played a team, they lost the following week. That's the year when the 49ers were one of the most physical teams in the NFL. They were just beating teams, not only mentally, but physically up. And so the following week, they could never continue to compete. I want that 49er group back again. They might be a little longer in the tooth for that now, but I do want to see some physicality out there next year. So we got to keep building and putting some more monsters on that defense. Myles Garrett would fit that profile perfectly. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, Eric, it's fun, man. Let me see you Sunday after that Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'll be here, bub. Go down.
All right. Night, Eric.
Y'all have a good night now.
You too. And 814, here we go. 814 in PA. Hello. Hello, PA. 814. I hear some sound. Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Hello. Who's this?
Paul.
Paul? All right, Paul. You're Paul on the chat. Hi, Paul.
Yeah. What's up, Ronbo?
Paul, I mean, just sitting there talking 49er football. What's up with you?
I'm just saying, what's going on with Jake Moody?
Jake Moody. That's a good question. Paul, this is a question we've been asking for.
Didn't we take him for a reason? Why didn't you take him for a reason?
He was supposed to be good.
He is good.
He was supposed to be the best in the draft.
He got hurt, right?
Yeah. Moody, you're right. Moody didn't make any mistakes. He made one mistake before he got hurt, and his confidence might have been shaken.
Yeah. And?
Now I don't know.
I don't get it. Like, everyone just turned on him. Like, I don't get it. Like, we took him from the third round because he can kick 60-yard field goals. Like,
well,
replace Robbie Gould, right?
Yeah, Paul, what? No matter how good you are, you could be like the greatest of all time in college. If you come out and you do well, and all of a sudden you start to slide, people won't even look at reasons. They'll just hate on you. That's what Jake's getting now.
Did he slide though, Ronbo?
Nah,
Did he slide before he got hurt?
No, before he got hurt, Jake missed once. He was okay. He was coming to league in the year looking pretty good.
Point, right?
Yeah. He's going to get another shot. He's going to get another shot. In fact, they may bring in competition, but Jake has he's got every chance to win that job back and get everybody's confidence back.
Yeah.
You just can't miss in big games, and people still love you is the problem. As a kicker, nah.
I know he's been in like one big game. Yeah,
he's
and
he's
young.
He had a game where he missed 2 or 3 in one game.
Yeah, I understand that. That was the regular season, though, right?
No, that's true, and that's why it scares people to death that if you're in a playoff, and he did miss one in the Super Bowl. Jake's. It's understood that he's a young player, The NFL's
confident.
something he's got to grow up into. So he's going to get another chance. We'll see what he looks like next year. I quit hating on him a couple of months ago.
What do you think, Jeff? You think he has stuff?
He's got talent. There's no denying that. Jake Moody can kick. Jake Moody has to get his mind as a kicker ready. And Paul, I don't advocate doing drugs, but I suggest that Jake.
Talking about
I'm just saying, Robbie Gold. I know for a fact. I know a weed dude when I see him. Robbie Gold is a guy who smokes. Maybe Jake should take a
Robbie
hit.
Gold?
Oh, Robbie's, yeah. Jake needs even as he's doing in front of his kids, but Robbie finds a way to take a toke. Maybe Jake needs to take a couple of shots before game time. Relax himself. You know, you don't have to do anything wrong. Don't get completely high, but just relax, Jake. You can do this.
Really?
Really? Well, if I had to bet money on Robbie Gold, nobody said, Paul, Robbie Gold walks out into, no matter what the magnitude of the game is, Robbie
Gold didn't miss a playoff kick ever.
Ever. And he never looked looked nervous. Robbie Gold was a complete stud when it comes to kicking. Robbie was the baddest dude. Oh, my God, he was something.
Right.
So then Jake comes along, and we expect the same thing. And
he's
probably asking too much, especially as a rookie.
He's a rookie, you know?
Yeah.
Growing pains. You know?
I hope he gets over it. I don't hate him, but I hope he stops missing in his golden moments.
Yeah. Oh, Granddad laughed and always was, but he was bitter man, took a women's way.
Paul, what's the name of that track?
I wish that I knew what I know now.
I wish. I don't know you were singing my track.
I wish that I knew what I know now.
He's singing
young,
La La. I love it. You know, that's what I love. At the end of the game, we got to do it. We didn't sing enough of that last year. I got to sing it 5 times.
My brother. I love you.
Paul. Appreciate that,
Hi, brother.
Paul. Thanks, man. Well, hey, I'll see you Sunday, Paul, if you got time. All right? Paul's out. All right, Paul. Bernard Bryson, Nikita Tebow, get that jersey this weekend, girl. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, Nikita Tebow. That's why I stopped hating on Eagles fans, mainly because of Nikita and Mike, you know? There is something to be appreciated probably about every fan base. Well, except for the Rams and the Raiders and the Cowboys. But every other fan base, you know, you can appreciate them, you know? Yeah. Those are only 3 teams. And then you meet Eric, and I met a couple other Hawks fans. They just love their team. They're not about being obnoxious all the time. I think Rudy is the one who brings the most rage with me because Rudy doesn't come in the chat. He finds me on social media and does a number. It has me pounding on my keyboard, almost about to break it as I'm typing out messages back to his ass. Now that's an ability to really rub people the wrong way. Hey, Michael, come on in, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo. Rudy's too busy working at the taco truck. He's too busy. He can't answer us.
I wish you would be, so he'd leave me the hell alone. But look up, Rudy's laying up something that you can't avoid. You know, I can ignore some people. You can't ignore Rudy. All you can do is, all you want to do in meetings is retaliate.
He's like a roach. He's like a roach. He doesn't die. he comes after you. He's like a ghost. He haunts you.
Shit. Anyway, Michael, hey, George Kittle, right?
Yeah.
Coolest dude. We're trying to re-sign him. Michael, what's a good salary for George?
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I pay him. Give him the extension. Pay him. I love that guy. That guy's the key for our team, man. That's one guy you don't want to lose, man, because he's the, you know. Before CMC came with us, we still did good without him.
You know what? It would hurt morale. You're right. No George could actually hurt the morale of the entire locker room.
Yes, it will. Kittle's like a team player, team coach, almost. Like he could get those players going.
Right?
He's like, yep, I love that kid. That guy's an awesome dude. I'm glad we picked him up from Iowa, man. I'm glad we got him. Lucky.
And didn't
Fifth
know what
round,
we
I
were
guess.
getting.
Lucky.
Not really.
We didn't know. To the quarterback from Iowa told us, hey, go draft my boy, the tight end. He's good.
Right?
And we
Look at
missed.
CJ, not him. Ah.
Yep. Thanks to that quarterback, give us a hint. See?
Yeah, hey, we
Sometimes
need to
these
thank
players
CJ for
we
that.
draft,
You're right.
some of these guys we draft might come to the guy and say, yo, draft this guy. This guy's good. Bring him on. He's good. They might, you don't know some of these college kids. They might try to recruit some of their other friends to come join the 49ers. And they might call the 49ers and say, yo, draft this guy. He's good. And the 49ers might listen. They did with
Nick
Kittle.
Bosa did that, and we brought in his buddy.
Yep.
The guy didn't. I forgot who it was, but he didn't really pan out. But the 49ers did take a look. They did listen.
Coach Young.
What? You know what I'm talking about. Remember that year? Yeah. Nick was adamant about him. You got to take a look at this guy. Give him a shot. And he washed out, but still, the 49ers did listen to Nick, and they did take him up on it. So.
Oh, yeah. And then it's good that we picked up Gus Bradley. That's good. I heard of him. He's a good coach, defensive coach, good coach. No, that's good for us. At least we know we got a backup just in case it's, whatever happens to Robert Salas after next season. No, we don't know. Maybe a team might say, we'll take a chance on him.
Yeah, Gus Bradley. His whole it speaks for itself. You don't need. There's no contemplation. We know Gus Bradley knows what he's doing. But Bobo doesn't like him.
We already know what this guy's like. But man, we know what Gus Bradley's all about. And I know.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Sunday, man. I know in Connecticut we're supposed to get 5 to 7 inches of snow by Super Bowl Sunday. So we're
one forecast says a foot of snow will hit the East Coast. Sometime between now and Sunday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Nikita had 2 feet of snow all week in Canada.
Hey, Michael, can you see your car? That's the kind of snow that you can't open your front door. The drifts can be so high, right?
Nope.
Damn.
You can't open up the door at their house. She had trouble opening up the door to get outside the house. I had to chop it down, get it open where she's at.
Wow.
Geez, if you ever had a fire, you'd be...
I was just going to say, that's a fire hazard. Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, the fire department should have the equipment to come and dig people out of that kind of situation. But you're talking about a situation where the trucks can't even move into that, can they?
Nope. Well, she lives in Newfoundland, Canada. If everybody heard, you got to take a boat. I have to take a boat to go over there. I take a plane and hop on a boat. Yep, I have to hop on a boat to get to that.
Oh, Canada's special. There's some places that are uninhabitable on the map. Yeah, there's nobody living out there.
She said she met a couple 49er fans in Canada. I said, that's awesome.
We're everywhere. Has she met any Cowboys fans?
Yep.
Because Cowboy fans are amazing to me, too. They're everywhere, too.
Her and I are working on a Snapchat group called the NFL Pro Bowl. I got a lot of people from Snapchat that have 49er logos and stuff. We're all going to have, we're getting together. We're doing like a little,
All right.
But no, I'm hoping the Eagles can win Sunday to stop Mahomes' three-peat. That'd be a blessing. That'd be a celebration.
Yeah, it's got to be stopped. It's got to be stopped.
If he can stop, if the Eagles, Barkley could get 2 touchdowns and run it like they did with the Rams, we got it.
That's one thing I like about the Rams. They can always use the Rams as a bad example.
Yeah, Rams. Shoot, me, you, Papa Jay, Tony Wright, Eric, we could all beat the Rams. I play quarterback. We could beat them. Hand it off to
the Rams. We finally got broken down and injured, and they snuck in a couple of wins. Barely snuck in a couple of wins, and now they won't shut the hell up.
He'll be gone.
I know.
Well, Stafford's going to be gone. They want to trade him.
Well, they might not be able to.
Be gone. Stafford's next.
Well, no, they got to give him more money. I don't know if they're willing to do that. How much more money is he talking about?
If they trade Stafford, trade him to the Raiders. Trade Stafford to the Raiders.
They
can use a quarterback.
A package deal. You said Cooper Kupp and Stafford. They can be a package deal this somewhere. The Raiders ought to take them up on that.
Send them to the Raiders. Or you might send them to the Browns and receive
and then the Stetson Bennett era will have begun.
Jimmy G wants out.
Oh, my God. Stetson Bennett. Let's go, buddy.
Rudy, you're going to have no quarterback, Rudy. What are we going to do? All your quarterbacks leave.
Michael, how
You
hard
got-
is it to find a
there's one
quarterback?
that we're looking at. Wait.
See,
Ronbo, there's one quarterback that we want to look at. Tony Wright's ex-quarterback, the starter. Remember the guy that got benched? That's the quarterback that the Rams were looking at.
wait, the one that got
Kirk
benched?
Cousins.
What,
Kirk
who?
Cousins.
Wait, who's
They're thinking
cousin?
about getting Kirk Cousins if they lose Stafford.
Oh,
The
Kirk.
Rams. We're thinking about getting Kirk Cousins.
Are they?
Get him. Have you fun. That'd be a circus in town.
You know,
Take 'em.
though, Kirk
That's
might be
funny.
better than
Think Kirk
Stetson
Cousins,
Bennett Jr. I want him to have Stetson.
Oh,
I,
anybody
Michael,
better.
Michael, I
Kirk
want them to
better
have to
than
go through
him.
the same thing everybody else has to go to. Draft a quarterback.
Yep.
Hope he works
Mhm.
out, and see if he really is a franchise quarterback or not. See, the 49ers have had to go through all of that and still own the
See if they
Rams.
can find the next. See if they can find the next Purdy. That's gonna be, a last pick.
Or any franchise quarterback, Michael. It's hard.
Any franchise
It is
quarterback
hard.
Never been drafted. Oh, it's very hard. Very hard to find. The best quarterback might be for this draft might be the guy from Miami or Florida.
Who's
I
that?
think. I don't know how Deion's not going to be.
Oh yeah, wait, Shador.
The quarterback from Miami.
What's his name?
Yeah, I
Because
don't
I've
think
heard
Shador's
some
gonna-
names of another guy. Because most people have been saying there's no quarterbacks in this draft
Quarterback.
that are considered franchise.
Supposed to be the University of Miami.
He's good.
He's supposed to be good.
He's supposed to
It
be.
says top
See.
5. Yes, he's supposed to be top 5. But he's good. But I don't think Deion Sanders' son's not going to last long in the NFL.
Well, yeah, I've only seen a
I don't
couple of
think-
clips
you
of
look
him, but
at
I didn't see enough. I guess because
it's
I
a
didn't,
different level of Rumble. When you go
Yeah.
to college to NFL, it's a different level.
especially the
Okay,
division
you
he's
look at
come
him.
out of. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the team he gets drafted by
He's going to be in
Giants.
trouble.
Oh boy. Yeah. Cleveland Browns. Nightmare.
You know what?
Nobody's
Because the Browns are about to have a
Nobody's
garage
surviving
sale, fam. The Browns are going to shed salary now. If the 49ers offer them what they want, they'll get rid of Miles in a heartbeat. Deshaun is probably you can't trade him because nobody wants him. How many years are left in Deshaun Watson's contract?
How about
You
the
know?
receiver? How about that tight end for the Browns? I like that tight end for the Browns.
How old is he? They just get him?
No, he's been with them last year, the tight end for the Browns. He's good. He was injured, but he was good.
No, but he's here second year, or is he?
No, 30 years. I think 3 or 4 years. The tight end.
Well, they didn't
They're
draft
supposed to be
him.
really
then.
good for the Browns.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Any draft picks they got that are looking good, they'll keep. But I mean, everybody else, they'll do like Washington did. Washington just got rid of everybody. But now look at them. Suddenly they emerge.
They saw fresh.
MG, I'm just saying, man, don't get excited. But because MG is going, you guys, we're going to kick. Yeah. No, Washington actually looked good last year after a short rebuild. I'm kind of surprised with that.
I mean, that's but why would you give the Vikings coach of the year? I think the Washington coach should be coach of the year. I think the Washington coach should have been the coach of the year. Minnesota made it to the playoffs last year. Now Minnesota's coach.
Hey, wait, I didn't see the MVP awards. Did the Vikings coach get it?
Oh, one of the 49ers guys from Jacksonville, he got some defense something a year, award for being nice to the people and the public. Armstead?
Oh, Eric.
Yep.
Eric got it.
Yeah, he got it.
I saw that.
Yep. Yeah.
Wait. Who? I didn't go over that yet because I've been busy. Who got the MVP? Saquon?
Allen. No, Allen.
Josh finally pulled it off.
At NFL. Yep.
All right.
Saquon got running back of the year.
Yeah, Saquon gets offensive player of the year for sure, right?
And Rudy, he got no award for not showing up. The award. He forgot to pick up the award. Rudy forgot to pick up the circus award.
Rudy gets an award for smack. I mean, Rudy said, well, we're going to go in there and finish what the 49ers couldn't do. A few weeks later.
Oh, you couldn't. Well, first we got pretty far than you did, Rudy. You couldn't get past the first two. Well, get past the first, but couldn't get past the second.
I love it so.
He failed the test, Rudy. He failed the test, Rudy. Now you're working at the top of the truck on the corner with all your Ram girls on the little dresses they wear.
Michael, we got to go.
All the little dresses. Yep.
We got to go, Michael.
All right, I'll see you
Sunday after the game, and hopefully we'll be celebrating an Eagle victory. I'm all in now. I was worried about it, but no, the Eagles got to win that game. All right.
Yes, they will.
See you
Have a
Sunday.
good one, Rumble.
You too. Thanks, Michael. Bernard Bryan says, Rudy was crying about Kelly Stafford today. Kelly's so broken up and hurt. She's really emotional about the fact that they're getting rid of Cooper Kupp, and Kelly's not on board. She's actually speaking for you-know-who, but Matthew doesn't want to say anything until he signs his check, because if he talks too much... Matthew, are you serious? How about we just put you and your buddy in a package deal, and we could get a lot of draft picks for you two? Hey, yo, Anthony!
What to do, Ronbo? What to do?
I'm telling you, fam, it's about to get crazy here. Because I got a feeling that Super Bowl is going to be more entertaining than we even really realize. I got a feeling we're going to be enjoying this more than so. I'm not, because I was thinking, man, we supposed to be in that. But if it gets fun, and now I got a stake in the game. I just been talking and knowing you don't want the Kansas City Chiefs to win that Super Bowl. I agree. I'm into it now.
I don't want them to win it because how the referees
been abusing everybody.
Patrick Mahomes treat him like he's untouchable.
Mm-hmm. And this is in every sport.
I don't like that.
You know, they always take care of the league face, and Patrick is the league face, so he gets marginal calls. NBA. Although, you know, it's so funny because you can review things, and sometimes you come back from the review and they still lie. I say, man.
Yeah, and then a lot of times they come out where it's unreviewable.
It's not enough to overturn the call.
Yeah,
it's not enough to overturn the call. His feet are standing on the damn line. You know, no. It's not. His heels were still elevated. You know.
Well, I like what the 49ers doing right now, Ronbo. Our defense gonna be on fire this year.
And that's how you win championships. Your defense has got to put out that other team. They've got to take the ball away from them. They've got to manhandle them. They've got to take their heart.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the way you win.
And you know, Ronbo, you know, every year, I think out of 20 players that the prospects that 49ers bring in and have an interview with,
yeah,
I think then I drafted maybe 20 of
them. Of the 49ers? Yeah. No, we everything's homegrown for the most part. We get mercenaries, 2 or 3 here and there, but for the most part, the 49ers drafted and raised all those guys.
Now, yesterday, Remo, they brought in some good players, some prospect interviewing. That, and you probably remember I told you about that defensive end from South Carolina State.
Yeah, I told about the other day. You talked about him as being a complete monster.
Yeah, you remember I told you, Kyle Kennard. Yeah, they brought him in.
Oh, already?
And then they brought him in. Yeah, they brought him in yesterday and talked to him after the Pro Bowl.
Because I never take college players real serious until they get to the place. I got to start watching this.
And Rambo, I'll be on it, Rambo.
I can see that. So several of y'all really watch the college ranks really well. And I always refer to you. A Big Show is a master. Smooth's actually making it a project. And then there's you. Tony Wright does a great job, too. Any questions I have, he can answer. But, yeah, I rely on y'all, man.
They brought this on wide receiver in from our state, Jalen Noel. Now he's got some hands and he's run like a 4.3 or 4.4 in the 40.
Mm-hmm.
He got some hands, Rambo.
Uh-oh.
But he ain't but he's 5'11", 201 pounds.
What? Well, how much?
He's 5'11", 201 pounds.
Oh, the bowling ball guy.
But but he fast, Rambo. And boy, he know how to stretch that field, Rambo.
Yeah, no, I used to hate playing against guys like that. I bet he's got a big base, too. You've got to find a
Yeah,
spot
he-
to hit him where he's vulnerable. This could be really tough to do within a split second, and you can end up getting hurt. And yeah, it's really those are tough guys. Your running back needs to be like that.
He a little-
5'11",
he a little
5'10", 220.
Oh, Rambo, they brought in 2 running backs yesterday. They went with, and I'm gonna tell you the one I love, Rambo.
Which one?
What's his name? J.R. Harvey. He's a running back. Rambo, ooh, Rambo. He's a monster, Rambo.
Got good feet, big,
Good
wide.
feet.
Yeah.
He can catch out the backfield like they know. When I say catch, I'm talking about catch the ball. I'm talking about like CMC, Rambo.
Oh.
Down the field, over the shoulder.
Whoa, that's even Debo can't do that. And he's that's supposedly like that's what we're talking about.
His name is R.J. Harvard. Rambo, when I say on the first contact, ain't no bringing him down, Rambo.
Yeah, one of those dudes.
He's good balance, Rambo.
You gotta hold him until the cavalry gets there. But in the meantime, he pulls you along for another couple of yards. I hate that.
Rambo, I would look at this tape, Rambo. This mother had like the whole team on his back, Rambo.
And you see the whole. That's a scary thing to watch. You see all these dudes piled on this one dude, and the whole pack is moving along slowly, and he's picking up another yard. That makes me so mad. I said, man, y'all can't bring him down. I'll find some people who can, man. What are you doing? Some of y'all way more than he do. Damn.
I think he's from TCU. Yeah. But he's tough, Rambo.
Yeah. Sounds like a football
he's
player.
a monster.
Yeah. I remember these guys.
Here another one you hit, Rambo. He always fall forward. No, you can't knock him backwards, Rambo.
That's the sign of a seriously, man. I mean, Mason was the same way. Well, Jordan Mason, he never got knocked backwards. I kept waiting for that to happen. He never got blasted back. Frank Gore. Man, you be up all day trying to stop Frank Gore from falling forward.
Yeah.
No.
I just love Frank Gore, man. When Frank Gore was in college, when he played for the Hurricanes, man, he was some serious, but until he blew his knee out.
Man, I bet he was, because we got the Hall of Famer, but what if he wouldn't have had them knee incidents at school?
The day they say he qualified to what's called in the Hall of Fame, the day Frank Gore did. Run up.
He should be.
I
Frank's
think he
got how many
deserved it,
yards? Man, they said, well, it's about he's in the league a long time. Running back being in the league that long, he ought to be in the Hall of Fame for that reason alone. He's in the NFL as a running back for that period of time? Are you kidding me?
I mean, Rambo, and what people just fail to realize, he blew both his knees out, Rambo.
I know. Before he came to the NFL, right?
Instead of lit.
Huh.
I said, when I saw that, I said, boy, what that woman feeding that boy? Goat milk?
Got him up at 5 o'clock in the morning chopping trees down. Frank ain't that big either, man, but Frank is strong. Hey, Anthony, you remember that time that defensive lineman in Chicago? He made it look like David and Goliath out there. That dude was huge. Huge.
Yeah.
I got on a loop. I got to find it. Frank dropped him on his ass. He wasn't coming in to touch nobody. Bam! Frank. Oh!
Rambo,
Rambo,
we missed it.
A lot of things.
We missed those 2 tight ends like when we had Delaney Walker and Brandon Davis.
Biggest mistake the 49ers ever made.
Delaney Walker, you ain't lying, man. Brandon Davis, man.
They could not find a way to keep them both. Damn it.
Yeah, man, because we ain't felt once we can get a tight end to match up with Kittle, man, look at him.
Can't find him. 9 years of draft
since
Kittle came. Can't find him. Well, we got 9th year coming up. Anthony,
I tell you what, that boy from Penn State, Warren.
Yeah.
Warren. That's a big tight end, boy.
Can he play?
He can what block, catch, line up on the outside. Basically do the same thing George Kittle do.
The 49ers probably already checked him out then. Anthony, we got to go. I'll be looking for you Sunday, all right?
Sunday.
Yeah,
all right,
at the Super Bowl.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Night, Anthony.
I read for the Eagles to win in the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, all of us pretty much had enough of the Chiefs. They can't, cause, man, and they'll be coming out of the game. We going for 4. Shut up. God, I'm tired of you. They ain't going for 4. It ain't gonna happen.
They better put that push to work. All right, Ronbo.
I'll see you Sunday, fam. Night.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Anthony.
All right.
Hey, let's go to Texas and see what's going on with Anderson. God, Travis Kelce.
What's going on, Ronbo, man?
Oh, fam. We're sitting there, we're looking at some changes being made. 49ers getting all excited about next year already, talking all kind of stuff. I'm loving it. We're looking at George Kittle. And Anderson, can you imagine this team all of a sudden without George Kittle?
He came on after the
Gunnar Hill.
Dirty dancing now. See Patrick Swayze, old crazy girl there.
Okay. Anthony, we're going to see you Sunday, fam. We're going to hang you up now. Okay.
Yeah, man, get out the line. It's my turn.
Anderson, go ahead. Yeah, he didn't know he was on the phone.
Gunnar Helm. That's the dude.
Gunnar Helm?
Texas. The Longhorn. 6'5", 250 pounds.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? That's
tight
the
end,
dude.
right?
That's the dude. That's that tight end. That's the dude that I was talking about when old boy was playing Ohio. Even though they lost, he just shoved 2 of them dudes like they wasn't shit. And he got some reach. That's what it was. He got their reach. I mean, when I say he got some reach, Ronbo, he got some reach. But
what round do you think he'll last to, though, Anderson? I mean, see, because we ain't picking up a tight end in the first round. Can he wait till the 3rd round? Probably too good for that, right?
I don't. Well, it depends. I don't really think it's gonna be really too much of a need of tight end. I don't think. I think it's gonna mostly lineman.
Yeah, everybody's gonna work the trenches. That's why I say 1st, 2nd round. That's gonna be defensive and offensive lineman most likely.
Maybe the second. Probably. I say late in the second, probably, or probably in the early round, maybe. I don't know.
Because the 49ers got to get serious about a tight end, fam. They got to get serious this year.
Yeah, because either way it go, wherever he go, in this system, he gonna be just good. Because the combination of the last caller had mentioned with running Davis and Delana Walker, that's gonna be damn near the same thing.
Ooh.
That could be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But but as far as everything else, I just say this. I'm not going to say what we going to do. I'm just saying the future looks bright. That's all I'm going to say.
Them dudes are resting up. And they needed this. CMC's already talking about 100% healthy. And this is February. Oh, hell yeah.
But that don't mean don't do nothing dumb and have an off-season injury.
Yeah, I know. And if Debo gonna come back, we got to get him on a Jenny Craig diet. Because did you see that picture of Debo the other day? In that.
Yeah, with the Eagles.
He looked like a coach.
Man, he looked like he didn't had too many pork and beans.
No, Debo's got to think about mac and cheese. Anderson, you know how when Mom's lays that tray on the table, it's usually a long dish, and the mac and cheese goes from me. Debo pulls it over to him like it's his plate and asks everybody, where y'all's at? You know, Debo's one of them dudes, you know what I'm saying? I can see right now. Eating.
And they were talking about the best. If I think if CMC would have been healthy this whole season, I think he would have been he probably would have been on it would have been him and Barkley on the chase for that 2,000 yards.
I know, right?
And I think he might have would have got it.
Well, you know what the thing is, Barkley's got that. You know what his line is? They average 6'5", 312, 320, somewhere between 312 and 320. That's what the average size of that offensive line is. This is a Saquon dream. This is a Saquon dream. This is a CMC dream. the monsters were just moving people. And you let guys like Saquon and CMC who got that quick movement to get through a hole and get down the field. Oh, man. See, that's the 49ers need to invest in. Get you some hogs. Get him some hogs, Niners. And he can keep up.
I don't know if this dude coming out. I don't know if this dude coming out this year, but DJ Campbell from Texas, and the Kevin Banks, left tackle, and the DJ Campbell, a veteran left guard, and so I'm like, if we can get them two right there, but like you say, the lineman might go real quick. People starting to see that's what the league really. That's what you need if you want a real run.
You want to win. You better get that line. You better be ready. Because Anderson, the defensive linemen these days are crazy good. Damn.
Yes. Oh, did you see the interview with Joe Montana?
I seen one the other day. He was talking about you got to pay Brock Purdy. Which one has he done?
That's it. Yeah. He need to go ahead. If Joe said go ahead and do it, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because don't nobody feel like shopping for another quarterback. Some people think quarterbacks, you can just go get one. Okay, that's what I'm saying. No. Brock does this particular game of Kyle's offense very well. And people want to say he doesn't, but he does. I think so.
Yep.
So I don't want to hunt for another one to come in and he can't do it. Contrary to what people believe, that's not an easy offense to run. So
I mean, it's like you come in for an injured quarterback, go to the championship because of a bonehead play. A bonehead play, we have all them different quarterbacks. We don't do good. Come right back next year and take it to the Super Bowl. Man, y'all better give that boy his card.
Yes.
They better give him his card.
I'm not,
You better give him his card because I think Brock Purdy could win. Man, the hell with them with Patrick Mahomes because he ain't winning this game. He's not winning this game. They got the number one defense and they got the number one offense.
I know.
They not finna win against these people. You know what I'm saying? Because Jalen Carter, he's gonna be out to Patrick Mahomes because who was that? Tracy Adams. That dude is trash.
And the offensive line, I mean, that offensive line is crazy good. Yeah. And Chris, because Anderson, if they hand Jones his booty, that's gonna give me such a rush. Chris, you can't get in there, can you? Get up, Chris. Get that ass up off the ground. I know I'm going to go nuts. Because he be talking trash and getting in there. He's the only reason why we lost both Super Bowls, fam. Chris Jones is the reason we lost both Super Bowls. Him alone.
And I don't know how Kyle and them ain't never picked that shit up. Hey, man, that's the number one edge rusher right there in the league on their side. Why we not doubling him? Even if they can't hold him up, they don't need to hold him up too long. They don't need to try to block him for too long. Just stop him for a second. They can stop him for like probably 3 seconds. 3 seconds. This is where Purdy can get the ball off. And then let him go. Then we'll get a personal foul. Call a personal foul.
And he ain't even all that good against the run, but Chris Jones and you trying to pass the ball.
He gonna get you.
Oh, man. If we didn't have anybody because he never messed with Trent Williams. He'd always find the right exact spot to make his breach.
Yep.
Yep,
he do.
That's all right.
It's crazy.
Chris.
It's all good because this is how it's gonna go. I see it right now. He gonna get hurt in this Super Bowl.
Don't get my hopes up. Come on now, Anderson. Don't toy my emotions. And you know how much I enjoy that.
Boy gonna run right by him and pop him right. Just run right by him so hard it's gonna clip it. His knee. He gonna try to tackle him. His knee gonna run right past his thigh, and that's it for Chris Jones. Gonna go bow. That boy gonna be gone to the house. Chris Jones gonna be limping.
I usually don't wish nothing like that on nobody, but if Chris Jones gets taken out like that, Chris, get your big bleep. I can just see me going off.
But Ronbo, you gotta remember, Ronbo, in that first Super Bowl, Jimmy G didn't get his call for a personal foul. Chris Jones hit him dead. that was a helmet to helmet.
I
He
know.
didn't get his first in the car.
I mean,
So-
Jones,
so
and he
it's
been
gonna be-
talking. He been talking trash about the 49ers ever since. Fam, we got
And it's
we
gonna
gotta
be
go.
karma.
Fam, we gotta go.
Karma.
And always appreciate you know this. Hey, I'll be back Sunday after the game so we can talk about Chris. If they leg his ass
Yeah,
out, I'm gonna be
we don't need to
delighted.
Talk about that bitch. You know,
So-
but all I see is a bright golden future. So
I tell you.
So that's all I'm good with. All right, Ronbo, man.
All right,
I'm gonna
bro.
holler. Peace.
Appreciate you, fam. All right.
What's up?
There you go. Anderson down there dealing with them Cowboys. Fam, can you imagine that? Living in cowboy country? And in cowboy country, there's cowboy communities in a lot of different areas around America. And can you imagine running into Cowboys? You actually, right now would be an ideal time to run into a Cowboys fan. He ain't got jack to say. He's got Dak Prescott as a quarterback and Jerry Jones as an owner. Oh, holla! 49er Brian. Come on in here, man.
Yo, Ronbo, what's going on, buddy?
You know what's so funny? But anytime as a 49er fan you want to entertain yourself, you think about the Cowboys. And hell, you think about the Rams too, especially the things they talk about that don't come into fruition. I can't laugh at the Raiders anymore because it's not even funny now. They used to be funny when they started to decline because Raider fans are the most obnoxious human beings on the planet. And, you know, the thing is, it's just so many ways to entertain yourself when you're down and out like we are this year, Brian. Brian, come on in, man. Talk about George Kittle. Anything else you want to talk about? The Super Bowl and what we got going coming up? Anything else?
George Kittle, Ronbo, we gotta let him retire as a 49er. That's just got to get done.
Yeah, I feel the same. And actually, he's not leaving the organization. George, we're going to move your entire house, everything that you've done. Let's sell that property. We're going to move you out to Walnut Creek or someplace like that. There's a lot of space out there for you. You can build your football field, and you're going to love it, you know. So,
yeah, and we'll make sure that Claire Kittle is well taken care of as well.
Yeah, we'll for the people we know in Hollywood, we'll see if we can hook her up and she can go fashion,
Right.
show her lovely self, and maybe sell some of her goods out there. Claire's doing well with those custom made things she's doing, man. She's really good. She needs to hire.
Yeah.
Oh, Claire can actually actually get a company and put it together. Have a bunch of people work for her.
You know, she's got a cool story like George. I mean, she's quite the businesswoman, and you know, was an athletic trainer for years. And
that's right. She's an athlete.
She probably. Yeah.
What does Claire do? Is she a
basketball
player?
right?
Yeah. Claire's got
I think she was
size. That's right. I forgot
basketball.
about that.
Yeah. So you know, I wouldn't want to mess with her. I don't want. I'd probably get beat up, you know, messing with her. She's cool, though.
How tall is Claire? You know, a lot of guys need to admit there's certain women you don't need to think that you can come in and macho them. It's not going to happen. And how embarrassing that be? There's 49er Brian laying down on the dirt where Claire knocked him completely out.
No, I've met the Kittles. They're not like that at all.
Nah,
They're really
no.
good people.
I'm just talking about other big women.
know,
If guys think they can bully them, don't do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Boy, all this drama with the Rams too. I'm loving it, Rombo. I mean, it's Woody's driving around in his taco truck and telling everybody everything's fine in Hollyweird land. Don't worry about our lambs.
Hey, you know what? He slowed down on taking digs at 49ers a lot. He knows that he's got some issues. The last stupid thing he says, because there was something about the Rams are one of the biggest people that could make a bid on Dre Greenlaw, and he was just delighted. I said, you know, Rudy, keep biting on that media hype made for suckers. Go ahead, bite. Yeah, Dre's coming to L.A.
Rumble, are they going to get anything for Cooper Kupp, even if they trade him somewhere?
Ask yourself that question. Brian, what would you give for Cooper Kupp?
A pack of donuts? I don't know. I think he's done.
I do too.
You know?
The Rams do too, apparently.
I think if anything, the Rams have kind of halfway ruined his career. I'd be pissed if I was Cooper Kupp for what they've done to him. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's been injured, but Ronbo, he still made a few plays this year. He looked pretty good.
It looks like he made a comeback this
know?
year. He looked a lot sharper than last year. You know?
But here's my thing. Would you ever see the 49ers treating a player like this? I just don't. I mean, we just handle it and get it done and ship them or whatever, but we don't.
Yeah.
We're going to put you on the trading block and make drama
and
out
put
of
him
it.
on blast. I mean, you could have kept that in-house.
Yeah.
Why make public mention of that and put the word immediately with exclamation points? What is that about?
And they're kind of doing the same thing with Stafford, you know, and it's blowing my mind. I mean, because the guy won him a Super Bowl.
Wait.
And they're
Brian,
treating him this way.
Brian, wait. What have you heard about Stafford? I thought they were just negotiating an increase in salary. What did you hear?
Well, you didn't hear what Kelly Stafford said. She's like, well, they just don't want us to win, you know. And I think she was implying that her husband and Cup, you know,
I know she wasn't happy about Cup, but I know that word was on the street.
I think she's worried about her old man, you know, trying to get more money too. I mean, it's going to be huge when Purdy signs this deal because we all know that Stafford's going to be crying.
About he should be getting paid more than Brock Purdy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Rudy.
And he's gonna want an extension. He's gonna want all this, and I don't think the Rams are gonna do it, Ron.
Oh, they can't afford to do that.
No,
I know, because he's how old is Stafford? 37?
37, 38 years old.
Yeah, they're not going to give him no. Okay, let's say he gets 50. If Brock gets 55, then Matty's going to expect to get 60, right? And then he's going to say, listen, if you guys can't afford me, I can get it elsewhere, he thinks. So, and Stafford will get a job somewhere. I don't know where.
Where's he going to get $60 million, though,
the Raiders?
Ronbo? He's not going to get that anywhere.
I can't imagine that either.
There's
not
no
even
way.
the Raiders.
No. I mean, I think Jimmy would get a better contract than him.
Just for being better looking.
And then Matty would leave and Kelly would stay with Jimmy. She likes those backup quarterbacks, Ronbo.
I heard about that joke last year. I couldn't stop laughing. Jimmy's going to the causing trouble already? Oh, God. Women just melt when they see Jimmy. Even Matthew Stafford's wife, I love it. So, you know, this is the thing. You're not going to be able to pay Matthew Stafford a lot more. So is he going to be reasonable about that? Or say, I've only got a couple of years left of my football left in me, and I'm not going to spend it getting paid less money than Brock Purdy. I don't know if does Stafford have an ego?
If Matt Stafford had half a brain, he'd take, you know, a team-friendly deal so they can still be in the hunt, so they can get some more players in, and try and give our 49ers a little bit of competition next year, which I don't think they will. But I don't see Matt Stafford doing that either, you know. So,
well, at this point,
I think he's
already got a Super Bowl ring. He probably thinks, hey, listen, guys, I don't have to take this shit. And by the way, I don't really appreciate you getting rid of Cooper either. Yeah. So you can let me out with him. I bet there is some animosity about
you know,
that.
You had the wonderful marketing pro on last time, and he wants Kyron gone. Kyron Williams gone. So
behind that one fumble,
half their offense right there, Ronbo, over one fumble. And hey, I don't mean to say like you need to throw the flag whenever he talks about Bill Walsh and our beloved Roger Craig.
Because I find
he just needs to stop.
Brian, it's so ridiculous. It's funny, but you know, now that you, but we've had a conference on Marketing Pro. Stop it. Okay, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, we got to go now. I realize I'll let
you.
I'm. Go ahead.
Real quick, I haven't heard Matty be on. I wonder who he's got money on Sunday. I'd be curious to know, but
yeah,
I didn't come here to talk about the.
I think Matty's taking I think Matty wants Eagles. He was on first.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear him. Sorry,
I think he wants. Yeah, he didn't. You know what? It's hard to find somebody that doesn't want to see the Eagles win amongst 49er fans. Yeah.
Well, I do too, but here's the thing. We all know the Eagles are going to get screwed, and we're going to see Mahomes win barely, like he always does. And I hate to see it. I love you, Nikita Tebow. I want you to win that jersey, but I'm not confident, Ronbo. Those Chiefs are just dirty Chiefs.
I'm
Nope.
trying to relax and not get emotionally attached to this game or involved. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna get pissed off. And I'm gonna try to get over it. I don't want any.
I don't think I'm going to watch it. I'm gonna go bowling or something, or go throw some
You're
darts.
probably
Or,
right. I'm a masochist. I'm gonna watch that and get all pissed off for 3 hours. Hey, but
No,
Brian,
thanks.
I'll see you Sunday though. We'll get on and we'll talk. We'll try not to mention too much about it if it goes the wrong way. But if it goes well,
are you gonna be on Sunday, Ronbo?
Yeah, I'll be on after.
Are you gonna be on Sunday?
Yeah, I'll be on.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl like
man.
everybody else and watch and then be right on.
Okay, well, we'll get our violins ready over here. See what happens. So,
Oh,
all right, everybody, have a good night. Love you, Ronbo.
Yeah,
love
we
the
love
fam.
you,
Good
fam.
luck, Nikita. Go get them, girl.
Indeed.
We want you to win. All right, have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, Brian. And we go from one Brian to another. The law rides and gets out of his squad car. He marches up. He walks in and he says,
No doubt. Just based on our opponents, you have to look at your history. But we know that if we can win this game, we're in. We're in. We're in the tournament. No questions asked.
Brian, who was that?
Stop it. Mr. Superman wants to get into that thing.
What is Brian watching? Brian, we'll be back to Brian. Brian he's focused in on whatever they're talking about. Hey, Ellis!
He's up. Coach V.
Is that Ellis? Who is this? Ellis! Who's worse? Can't stand both. Don't want a three-peat. You don't want to hear it from took the Eagles to knock off the Chiefs. See, this is the only thing we'll have to deal with. I guess I could deal with that a little better, though. Eagles running around saying, yeah, we did what you guys could not get done, okay? 49ers, down on your knees and bow to your damn master. But is that worse than Chiefs fans running around? Hey, well, we want to thank the 49ers for being a part of what we've got achieved here in the last few years. If not for them and the Eagles, we wouldn't be talking about a dynasty. So with that said, we really appreciate it. In fact, we hope either the Eagles or the 49ers make it into the next year's Super Bowl, and we'll be there to wait on them to help build this dynasty even further. Jalen! JJ boy. Jalen, I can hear you, man.
Hey,
get on in here, man.
Yeah, it's a huge chance that might happen, Ronbo.
Yeah, and I know everybody knows because the Chiefs come in armed. They come in there with a good team, but they also come in there with a little bit of help. I'm trying not to go that way, but I'm just saying if I see it this week or this Sunday, I'm gonna say, you know what, there needs to be an all-out league boycott. I'm not talking about people, fans. I'm talking about players. Sick of this. But go ahead.
Boy, oh boy, Ronbo. Oh man, what do we say at this point? I mean, Jesus Christ. Ronbo, if the Eagles do win, Ronbo, what is that saying about us?
See, Jalen, I've tried to weigh that and balance. I can't get damned if we do and damned if they don't. Jalen, where are you at on that? What position are you going to take on this? Because I don't really. I'm thinking the same thing you thought. I've already went over these scenarios, and both of them bother me. So I don't know what to do.
I mean, yeah, because Ronbo, here's gonna be the tough truth, the tough pill to swallow, Ronbo. It's gonna be either one or two things if the Eagles win the ring. Either Nick Sirianni is a better head coach than Kyle Shanahan, or the Eagles front office is being currently run better than the 49ers.
Hey, but you know what? No matter
get a ring,
Jalen,
and we.
But wait,
So
before you go further than that,
something
emphasize that point
Ronbo,
though.
Something has to be. They have to be doing something right that we're not.
I'm getting ready to tell you. Howie Rosen, in my mind, is the best GM of all time.
So you think
really
they
is.
front office is just better ran right now than ours is?
I mean, personnel-wise, they do not. Sirianni's not a head coach. They put a
What is
shop
he then?
foreman out there, but he's got the coordinators. Again,
Well, hold on, Ronbo.
I don't know who
Ronbo,
hired those
I've
people.
looked
I
at
think
some-
Howie
I've looked-
hired them.
Ronbo,
But they,
I went to some Eagles fan pages and looked through their comment section. The Eagles players and the fans, they respect Sirianni, Ronbo. Like they generally respect.
they
respect
can do that
man.
if they want to, but I'm
But Ronbo,
saying
if
he's
they
not
got-
out
if you
there
got
running
the locker
X's and
room-
O's.
Ronbo,
He's got
well,
people
okay.
to do.
Ronbo, that's not. First of all, that's not fair for you to do to. Not every head coach is Kyle Shanahan. You got coordinators, Ronbo. That's why you have offensive and defensive coordinators, so
Well,
they can
yeah.
run the X's and O's.
And he didn't even
The
hire
head
him.
coach is just Rumble. The head coach's job is meetings, it's practices, it's uniforms, it's what time are we eating, what time are we leaving. It's not just running plays. That's not
Listen,
fair for you to just say he
It
can't run
is
plays.
because if you take Sirianni out of Philadelphia and have him run a team on his own and go hire his own coordinators, it will not be the same
Rumble,
if he has a
that can be
different,
the same said about a lot of
different
coaches,
responsibility.
Rumble.
No,
Rumble,
no,
that
no.
can be the same said about a lot of coaches, Rumble.
No,
You
it's not.
take Andy Reid out of Kansas City. What was he doing? What was he doing in Philly? Was he winning rings?
He's doing a
in
great
Philly?
job, and he's got and he
Was he
hired
winning
Spagnolia.
rings? Was he winning rings in Philly?
You know, because your measurement of success is only rings. I'm saying a coach that gets it done. Now, everybody's not going to win the Super Bowl. Only one team can win the Super Bowl a year. In this decade, since the 21st century started, ain't 10 teams won a Super Bowl. There's only a couple.
Rumble, you
or a
can
few.
take. Rumble, there's plenty of coaches right now. You take them from their team, they won't look the same as they do. Like that's not.
No, but I'm just saying,
ain't it.
Sirianni doesn't deserve a whole lot of credit.
Rumble,
The
he's
people that
not-
work for
he
him
hasn't
do.
missed the playoffs one time since he's been with the Eagles.
Okay, you can give him all the love you want to. I ain't doing it.
I
I'm
mean,
telling you right
at
now,
least give him some
Sirianni.
respect. You just outright, Rumble.
I'm just saying he ain't doing. He's got people working for him.
Okay, Rumble.
Sirianni doesn't do anything. He doesn't tell anybody. He doesn't call plays.
Rumble,
He doesn't do
need to ask an
anything.
Eagles fan. You need to ask an Eagles fan and stop like looking from the outside in. I'm friends with the Eagles.
They
fans.
like him because he's obnoxious. He confronts crowds. They like him for this reason. He's a personality. But as far as running a football team, he has little to do with it. He really does. If you're okay with that, okay. But
All right.
you know,
okay. This man's a head coach for a team that's been to 2 Super Bowls that has not missed the playoffs since he's been there. But he's just out there. He's just out there. Okay, Rombo.
hey,
Well,
I tell you what, if Howie Rosen
you're the
isn't
same
in there,
person defending a
if-
guy who done blew 3 Super Bowl leads.
if Howie Rosen, if Howie's not out there, Jalen, you see what I'm talking about. Howie's the one that should get all the love. And you know what's so funny about Howie? He's not like Jerry Jones. If Jerry Jones was doing what Howie's doing, oh, we'd never hear the end of it.
Nobody's like Jerry Jones.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Howie's
sitting up there
running
saying
that
that if
team.
Nick Sirianni
He's
wasn't
putting
even
the
on the
right people in the
field,
right
that
places
the
to
Eagles
get
would be
things
fine
done.
right now.
And Sirianni's just out there for reasons I don't know. I get a feeling he's got something on Howie. They don't need him.
Rombo. Jalen Hurts, his rookie year was not very good. Sirianni comes in his second year. He makes the playoffs. His third year, he wins. He almost wins rookie MVP, and he takes him to the Super Bowl.
And the offensive and Jalen. No, wait. Mention it all. Mention it all.
He has an impact on
the
that team.
offensive coach leaves, and Jalen goes right down the tubes. In fact, questions were, what's wrong with him? Where was Sirianni?
Rombo. Is Jalen Hurts still not a top 10 quarterback?
He took a year off.
Rombo.
After that coordinator left.
Rombo. He took a year off compared to what he looked prior, but he still put up top 10 numbers. You acting like he went and was a bottom tier quarterback. That's not what happened.
I'm just saying you're giving all the love to Sirianni. I'm trying to tell you,
Rombo,
it is
I'm not giving
all
all
him.
the love to Sirianni. I'm giving him respect. You're not giving
the
him
thing
any
is, you're going to say Sirianni's great, and you're going to tell me Kyle Shanahan's terrible.
wins a
Well, I'm trying to
Super
tell you,
Bowl-
Kyle Shanahan, Sirianni can't even
Rombo,
put
if
his
he wins
shoes
the
on.
ring, of course I'm gonna say that. Why would I not? Man,
If he
been to 2
does.
Super Bowls. He's been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years and won a ring. Why would I not say he's great?
He's beaten Kyle how many times?
I think once.
How many times Kyle beat him? See, because no, he's beaten him twice, and both of them was blowouts.
Rombo. I just said twice, and
Okay.
the first time was not a blowout. It was a close game.
And there you go. And the second time is to beat him up.
No, the second time they beat us.
Okay, second time they beat us, and then third time we ran them completely off the field.
Yeah, but the second time
Jalen had just lost his offensive coordinator.
I mean, Ronbo, what you got against Sirianni?
I'm just saying, I give credit where it's due. You're going to say Sirianni's a better coach. If Sirianni came to San Francisco to run the 49ers, I'd be a basket
Ronbo,
case.
This man wins the ring.
He don't know jack.
Ronbo, if he wins a ring, that means he's doing something that Kyle Shanahan isn't, and that's getting in his coordinator's way.
You know what? I will Sirianni credit for one thing. If he came to San Francisco, he would hire. No, he don't have Howie Roseman. No, I don't want him anywhere near San Francisco. I mean, you can have him, but you're giving way too much credit.
Okay. No, I'm giving him respect, Ronbo.
I mean,
I'm giving him respect. All I said was that the players and the players and fans respect and ride behind him. You out here saying, "Oh man, if they didn't have a head coach out there, they'd be fine." Like
they would. They would.
Okay,
he doesn't do anything.
Ronbo, you don't know how that team will respond to adversity if he's not there. That's not fair for you to say.
Jalen, if with them coordinators and everything else they got going out there,
Ronbo, but you don't know.
Jalen,
but Ronbo,
you
look at
should
what
get
A.J.
that
Brown
job.
was saying. A.J. Brown was mad because he wasn't getting the ball. You don't know what Sirianni went and told him to get him to calm down. You don't understand what other things he does besides.
I know what he told him. I can tell you what he told him. Listen, I'm not calling the shots.
X's and O's and
I'm not calling the
plays,
offensive.
Ronbo,
I'm not calling the offensive shots out here. Be patient. They're going to get around to you. See, I'm telling you, he's not doing anything.
Ronbo, you make it seem as if you have to be a coordinator to be a head coach. That's not what you have to do.
Jalen, you and me could go on for 4 or 5 hours.
Ronbo, you don't have to be a coordinator to be a head coach. Like
can we continue this Sunday? If the Eagles don't win, Jalen, I'm gonna tell you right now, you owe me. If the Eagles lose, if they win, I owe you an apology. Okay. Otherwise, you owe me one. Okay. I'll see you
God
Sunday.
forbid this man wins another ring. God forbid that
He's
happens.
only got one.
No, I'm talking about the Patrick Mahomes. If he get 3, 4, Jesus Christ.
I know. Anyway, Jalen, we got to go. We ran overtime too much because we always do. Let me see you Sunday. All right. Oh, 49 Brian wants got a message for you.
I don't get that.
He says, Jalen, we destroyed the Eagles last year, and they wanted him gone last year. So, no, you're wrong. Sirianni is not better than That's true, Jalen.
Right now. Ronbo,
That's
the
true.
Eagles don't want Ronbo, the Eagles don't want him gone right now. You think they want
because
Ronbo, hold on. Didn't the 49ers want Kyle Shanahan gone back in 2018 to 2017? So what are we talking about?
I don't remember that. I mean, you did. Nobody else. I mean, nobody. They just started building the team. Jalen, we got to go. Let's continue to argue about this Sunday because we're not going to stop. I'll see you
this
Sunday.
This man won a Super Bowl. All y'all go.
Let me give you the holler. Niners for Jalen and Sirianni. Brian, get in here. Kitty Jones says
Rombo, what's going
on? But
po Jalen.
No, Jalen, man, but he's a youngster that just he ain't seen no Super Bowl in San Francisco yet, and it's making him crazy. Cause Sirianni ain't coaching nobody, man. Sirianni's got some of the best. He's got Howie Rosen, first of all. Howie Rosen may be the best GM I've ever seen in my life. Every year, they win the draft. They win the free agency period. Brian, they do this every year. Howie Rosen is a bad mofo. Every time the free agency come in, watch what happens. And in the draft, they dominate. I said, you know what? Can somebody outdo Howie, please, John? Somebody, my God, how does he do this? And they don't have any more money than we do. But okay, let me stop. Brian, come on, man. What do you? What
we got? What's our focus?
We're talking about
focus for this afternoon?
We're talking about George Kittle's contract, and a lot of us can't do without him. George Kittle has become, man. I hope George is on the coaching staff or something. If George leaves the 49ers after he retires, we're trying to make sure that he does retire in San Francisco. Man, that's going to be a lonely thing. George just brings a fun and joy to even when we're having bad times. I look at George and listen to things he's saying. He's always positive and upbeat. Who's going to take that up?
Yeah, Rombo.
Yeah, Rumbo, George Kittle. I think last season was a pretty good example. Like, if you don't have him, if George Kittle doesn't play, you don't have no running game. There were games that George Kittle didn't play.
We didn't run.
Their running game suffered. It suffered because George Kittle, like you remember the game when they played against Detroit and he that young defensive end that Detroit had, he put him on his back.
Laporta.
I mean, he blocked him. He put him on his back. No, I'm talking about the rookie. You know, I think it was the rookie
defensive end. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
George loves those kind of challenges. He's always mentioned those. Yeah, that's what he comes out there and he does. If you think he could dominate my team, George says no. I love him.
Yeah. Yeah, we talking about, because, everybody worried about when Trent don't play. No, if George Kittle doesn't play, you don't have no running game. Our running game suffered.
Because Juice could not do it by himself. Juice does a good job. But him and George together, oh, man. Together, them two work like a machine. I mean, but,
Yeah. If George, like I say, if George doesn't play, our running game, and we can have all our backs in playing, but it won't be the same. Our running game was not the same.
Yeah,
it's a different look when George Kittle is not in there.
And George is so excellent at sealing off. You know how George says, there's something about moving a man against his will. You ever see George hit that offensive line? He'll take that dude, and it's legal, spin him around, and Juice will be on the opposite side, taking out that area. And here comes the running back. You look at that. If I'm a coach at a school, junior high school or high school, this is the film I show. You see this, kids? This is a job. You want the sexy spot on the field. You want to be a wide receiver, a quarterback, a running back to some degree. But look at George Kittle, the tight end. He does not have an ego. He goes out there and he's a great tight end. He can receive with the best of them. But look how he takes his responsibility as a tight end. You see how he works? He takes that as every bit as important as everything else, as getting the ball, anything else. This, if you can pattern behind George Kittle, you too will be a good football player. And that's kind of, I'd say, man, George Kittle, you can't say enough about him. So they got to pay him.
Ronbo, I see our staff is improving. What did they add it? Who they added in the coaching?
Gus Bradley.
Who was he? Was he like a linebacker coach or something?
Gus Bradley? No, Gus Bradley is one of the masterminds behind the Seahawks defense. He taught Robert Saleh what Robert Saleh knows, and also what's his name over in the guy who was with the who was he running last year? Oh, the head coach of the Washington team. Gus taught all those guys.
Oh, okay. So Gus, so he's like a Sith Lord, huh? He's a Sith Lord, like in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, he's a Jedi for sure. You know what? Sith Lord. If Robert Saleh leaves, we have Gus Bradley running the program. We're okay. And I think that's why he's the ex-Indy coach. I think that's why Kyle hired him, because when Saleh left last time, we had D'Amico, cool. And then after D'Amico, everything started going downhill. Dan Quinn, thanks, Nick. Yeah, Dan Quinn was under Gus. All these guys.
Right. Oh, and Ronbo, before we run out of time, they announced the Hall of Famers. The NFL, the new Hall of Fame class.
Yeah.
And once again,
I know.
I don't know what's going on with the voting. I'm not even gonna call his name.
Roger is just they'll put him in there after he dies, though.
Yeah,
that's how these low down.
Get him in flowers while he's on top.
I want to.
While he's living.
Ain't that the truth? I want to talk to the guy who didn't vote. It's like Ichiro in baseball Hall of Fame. Ichiro, without a doubt, there's no contest. Ichiro was one of the best baseball players that ever played the game. There was one guy It wasn't a unanimous vote because of one guy. I want to talk to these one guys. Dude, what is the problem? Why would you vote no? Oh, I don't get it.
I mean, Sterling Sharp made the final cut. And no disrespect to Sterling Sharp, but he's not Roger Craig.
No. I mean, Roger is the first guy to do what he did.
Exactly.
Nobody understands that.
I don't get it. I don't know I don't know. It seems like when he gets near like the final cut, whatever like that, and he's just not there at the end, And why didn't they only do 4 this year? Why such a low number?
Just so they would have to put Roger
Why
in.
did they only have 4?
Yeah.
They start tripping, Ronbo.
All right, that's why T.O. Remember how T.O. was pitching a fit every year that they refused to put him in? It works. Craig is quiet. T.O. won't even show up for the ceremony. He has nothing to do with Kenton.
No, T.O. did his own thing. T.O. said, y'all done tripped with me one time. Y'all made me wait, and said, no, forget it. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take it out your hand. I'm gonna take it and put it in my hand.
And he put him on blast every chance he gets. Oh, what's his name? The linebacker from the Panthers too. He didn't make it, right?
Luke Kuechly, no, he didn't make it. That's why I was like, no, they only went with 4. Eli didn't make it. I just knew they wouldn't give it to Eli.
Eli's going to be the next Roger Craig. Fam, they don't want to give Eli any love. He's the only guy to ever beat Tom Brady twice, and they still don't want to give him no love. I don't know what it is. I tried to find an argument. Eli did struggle some other years, but you've won 2 Super Bowls, and you beat the greatest Super Bowl quarterback of all time. And now you're going to tell me he has no right being in the Hall of Fame? I don't know what the criterion is. What are they voting on? I don't get it.
Ronbo, I'm gonna tell you something. I hope, like I said, I hope it don't happen. You said something. You mentioned they'll give him a jacket after, when he's dead and gone. I would be so upset. I would be so upset. Well, this man was when he was walking around on this earth, you had a chance to recognize him.
It's gonna be a full scale riot. You, me, and thousands are gonna be pissed off. He never could see it, guys. You take that and you shove it up your. I could see because you're too late. Oh, okay. You know what?
They're letting guys go in. I mean, it's like they're letting guys go in who are lesser caliber. And I would pick Roger Craig over anything.
Well, it's.
And he was a cog. He was. I don't think you can't tell the story. You can't tell the story around Roger Craig.
I know. It's just
you could not tell if they did a trilogy about the Super Bowl in history. You can't do it without mentioning Roger Craig.
And not for the 49ers, you damn sure can. Other world says Eli lost more games and threw more crap passes than anybody.
Right.
Listen, you know what? We got to go, though. Roger Craig, though, didn't do this, though, fam. Listen, we got to go, though. Brian, damn, that clock ticked out. Let me see you Sunday, fam.
All right, Rumble. Shout out to you. Shout out to production. And shout out to the faithful. The law is out.
There he goes. Fam, appreciate you, Brian.
All right, Rumble. See you Sunday.
Looking forward to it. As 49er fans, we celebrate Sunday if whatever happens is. I think most of us don't want the Chiefs win. If they win again, I think we'll be in here talking shit, huh? Harold, Gus Bradley's an assistant to Robert Saleh. I guess Robert called him over. That means you can show. It is, man, that defense, the 49ers are serious about that defense this year, ain't they? They went from famine, they went from feast to famine back to feast. 2 minds like Bradley and Saleh working that defense. You talk about the confidence those guys are going to have knowing that their leadership is just off the chart. Who do you guys running your defense? Beto!
Hey, what's up, Rumble?
Beto, man, we're sitting here. I've already got anxiety, worried about George Kittle leaving, and he has to leave at some time, Beto. We can't keep him forever. He's not
going nowhere. And plus,
no. What I mean is,
doesn't.
He's gonna have to retire within the next 2 or 3, 4 years. I don't know, but I'm already worried about that. The 49ers are definitely going to sign him. I have no doubt about that right now. I'm worried about later already.
Plus, look at all the all those commercials and stuff like that. He's already getting a bunch of money off of all that. Little Caesars and
and my favorite commercial, right? What is that one with the small pizzas?
Yeah.
Yeah, George.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't get any.
You can't get one.
That's my fave. I love it.
Yeah.
George looks so hurt. But anyway.
Yeah.
What do you think his contract's going to look like?
I don't know. It's up to Kittle if he wants to, give really, decent contract or something, and
it's probably going to be a 2-year deal.
Try to help out the team.
Yeah.
It's going to probably be a little bit further.
You think? Because they don't need to give him any more than 2-year deals at a time. In 2 years, you give him another one, or after the end of next year, extend it, because they got to be careful at this point.
Yeah.
Because he is 32. We'll see.
Yeah,
as far as what you just said, if they give him a 5-year deal, I'm fine. Give it to him. Get like George Kittle, man. We need him. Let him be a coach then for the last couple of years of his contract or something.
Yeah, and then so it's not a big deal, and then congratulations to Armstead for finally winning that award, but that. The messed up part is that when he was in San Francisco, he never won it. Now that he goes to another team, he wins it.
I know. Didn't he get nominated for it, though, while he was in San Francisco? I mean, with us?
He got nominated a bunch of times, but, he just left San Francisco. Now he won it.
Yeah, George is a real community guy. I love his compassion for those around him and trying to make their lives better. I mean, what he had going on with the kids in the Bay Area was really amazing. If he'd have stayed healthy, I didn't want him traded.
Yeah, he still does it. He still helps out the community.
Yeah, that's just the way he is. He's a good dude.
Yeah, so, and then plus, I haven't been really watching any NFL stuff or only just the 49ers stuff, and that's it. But, basically I go if I won't think people will do it, but if you really want to hurt the NFL, just start everybody watching Rumble, everybody watching these streamers that are watching the Super Bowl, have them get a bunch of views, and don't watch the Super Bowl at all. Just,
and you're right.
Yeah,
you could get the game everywhere.
The less people that watch, and then plus the less people that watch it, you're going to be hurting their pockets, so they're going to have to do
something about the officiating.
About it to have people,
Roger Goodell was emphatic about that. It was just absolutely ridiculous. It's ludicrous to think that when the officiating is manipulating games. Roger, man, I think you do protest way too loud. Why are you so offended?
And it was funny because there was an interview person, and I thought it was funny and he asked Patrick Mahomes. He goes, "Hey, I know a lot of people help you out, but who is your favorite referee that you like because they help you out too much?"
Wait, are you serious? Somebody asked Patrick.
Yeah, they asked him that question.
What did he say?
And he said, "Oh, I don't know. I That was funny.
Did he keep smiling or anything?
Yeah.
I know that pissed him off. That has to piss him off. Bethel, do you know how much Patrick has to hear that? I mean, can you see Patrick in a restaurant or something with his lady or something, his kids? Hey, Patrick, so how much you paying the rest, bruh? And walk out. I mean, that's got to be embarrassing. And then you can't say anything.
It is.
You just have to ignore it.
Yeah.
If I was Patrick, the next time like that game against the Texans when them two dudes collided and Patrick was hurt, Patrick should get up. Hey, wait. They never touched me. They never touched me. Let's call it. Telling you right now, I'm good. They never touched me. Because if you guys don't call it, then everybody in the world is going to blame me. Patrick?
Yeah.
You got to take the onus on yourself, man. People hate you for that.
Yeah.
And it ain't even your fault.
The thing is, it's like me, I don't, even though everybody considers Tom Brady the GOAT, but he's not the GOAT.
Oh, no. Not in every aspect. Yeah.
Nah. I do give him credit in a lot of stuff, but,
there's been better quarterbacks.
Joe Montana is a better
one.
quarterback, and now he's the GOAT, and he's not going to touch him.
Bethel, even in this last Super Bowl that he won with Tampa Bay, Tom wasn't doing nothing. The Tampa Bay defense was killing Patrick, just killing him. Tom's had several times where the defense won the game. He didn't have anything to do with it. That when Russell Wilson lost, Russell Wilson and the Hawks lost their mind trying to throw the ball on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have won that game. The Hawks blew that game.
Nope.
But because the Patriots defense was so good. So and letting all the air out of the footballs and some of these other things they did. I mean, it's a shadow, but he still gets to get called the greatest of all time because he doesn't have enough hands or fingers on one hand to put his rings on.
Yeah, and and then another thing is that I know, the guy was saying that about Sirianni, but the thing is that if you look at Kyle, when sometimes we say, oh, why did you call this play if this person is not out there? And it's because, I remember he said it once where he said that he called the play and he thinks that certain people are out there, but I guess there's somebody else that calls out who goes in and who goes out.
Yeah.
So that's why, he calls the wrong place thinking that person is in there, but he's not.
Uh-huh.
So, and the other guy doesn't get the blame. Kyle gets the blame for it.
Sirianni don't do nothing but stand around there looking like he's a badass. And he has all kind of expressions when things are going south on the field. He's got the camera zooms in on Sirianni. I mean, he ain't doing nothing. He's just walking around there. But Jalen Red's on the social media where everybody loves him. I said, man, come on, you don't want this? Sirianni ain't doing nothing. He's just out there hanging around. I mean, he may go talk to
Washington.
people.
I go like Washington. Look at their coach, and look at who's the one calling the plays.
Yeah.
I go, the coach is getting all the glory, not the
Not the
one
head
that's
coach.
calling the plays. Kingsbury.
Dan Snyder knows he can't call no offense. Yeah, Bethel, we got to roll.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll see you Sunday, and hopefully Bethel, I don't really know how to celebrate the Super Bowl. I would be happy to see the Chiefs lose, but I like the Eagles only because of Nikita and Michael. Because I'm not crazy about the Eagles either, but still, there are Nikita's.
No, I'm just gonna do my business and do whatever, and I don't even care what happens in the Super Bowl.
There you go.
Or I'll just watch you. I don't
I may do that game too. All right, Beth, I'll see you Sunday then.
Hit the like and let's go, Niners.
All right, fam. Harold. Not watching the Super Bowl, but I will watch Ronbo as well. Let's go, Niners. I hope the 49ers strengthen the trenches in the draft. Harold, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I don't know if I'm going to set up for the game. I probably should just for the fun of it and just take phone calls as we go along, as we can watch and tear it apart. Maybe we should do that just for the fun of it and then just talk about 49ers while we're at it. We're not actually seriously, we're watching Super Bowl. It's not all we're talking about. I got to figure out how to do this. Because your other fans, Rams fans be the first ones to come in and say, "Hey, Niners, well, you guys watch the Super Bowl because you can't be in it?" And if the Eagles win, "Hey, Niners, the Eagles can beat the Chiefs. What happened to you?" See? Wait a minute. Wait just a damn minute. There's things we can review. The Patriots versus the Rams. The only touchdown that the Rams had in that game was when the plane landed in Atlanta. That's the only touchdown they had. Boom. They don't have jack to say, but they will be talking. And they had no business being there in the one Super Bowl where the thing against Sean Payton and company, that was clearly interference. And the ref didn't get it. So there go the Rams to the Super Bowl. Had no business being there, and when they got there, they got their brains beat out. Well, then again, maybe not. They only gave up 10 points, but that's all it took. So the Rams got a leg to stand on. And this year, they're not in the Super Bowl. Who would they be talking to? You know what? The more I think about it, there's no reason to be fearful of watching the game and with the chat on and watching them folks roll in, start talking trash. They don't have a pot to piss in. I think I might. Let me think about it. Tony!
Ronbo, good evening.
Tony, good evening to you. How you doing?
Chilling, Ronbo, just having fun in the chat tonight.
Yeah, because,
talking football.
I mean, these people, man. I told you, I'm starting to develop a thing about Don Bird. I ain't mad at him no more. I never was really mad at him because I was always amused because of the fact 2-3 years ago when he first started doing that, he's the Detroit Lions. Now, I suspect it takes a lot of nerve to roll around telling people you're a Detroit Lion fan. Remember, Tony, you and I, we remember the day when Saints fans were sitting up in the stands with bags on their head. I used to, even as a kid, I used to be laying on the floor just screaming, laughing because I'd never seen anything like that before. And I couldn't understand the magnitude of that kind of shame. Then I'd leave my house and come all the way to the facility.
Those bags are going to be coming back.
Right, and put a bag on my head and hope the camera catches me. And I'm holding up a sign saying no chance.
Now, Rob, if you remember that the 2016 Lions team with Dan Orlovsky, remember they went 0-16? The fans started wearing bags on their heads too. The 2016 team. Oh, I'm sorry, not 2016, Rombo. 2008. The 2008 Lions.
And now Orlovsky, for that fame, is an analyst on NFL Network. I mean, at ESPN.
in the back of the end zone, look at the pass, and he gets chased by the defensive man. He's gonna run out of the back
line. That's why Stephen A. Smith picks on him all the time. Ain't nobody gonna get over that.
That's what he's famous for.
I know.
Fame in the NFL.
That's so. When they ask Orlovsky questions about expertise as a quarterback, he loves Matt Stafford, and he loves also Matt Stafford. Also, what's his name? Just in the Vikings quarterback, Sam. He loves Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
They'll be talking on First Take. I'm laughing because he'll be going on and on about those two. And Stephen A. Orlovsky. Why I gotta? Every time you get started, you go too far. And I said, here he goes. Stephen tears him up. I said, Orlovsky. I don't know what's he thinking. He's always kissing up behind these people that looked like him when he was playing. Big guy. Go ahead, fam. What are you thinking?
Rombo, you guys are trying to re-sign George Kittle. Y'all will get that deal done.
Yeah, I think so. Because they know they'd be in they'd be in PR hell. Ooh, fans would be livid, and lots of them. So.
Yeah, he's a surefire. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame. You might as well sign him. so he can retire a San Francisco 49er.
Oh, Arnold, yeah, right. Joe Burrow. I forgot about Arnold. Yeah, Joe, he loves Joe Burrow. And what's his name? Candy? Chris Candy? Did you see Chris? You see Chris Candy go off on Burrow the other day?
No, I didn't see that.
He was wrong, but I have to laugh. Chris Candy says, "Listen, Joe Burrow is not elite. What I consider elite is these quarterbacks. Joe Burrow, how many years he went to the Super Bowl one time? Okay, but every year Joe Burrow comes in, he goes 1-5, he hustles into the playoffs, and they get taken out. And I said, Candy, what are you talking about? He's elite. He scores 38 and 40 points a week, and his defense gives up 42 points. That's not his fault." I said, my God, but this is funny. You're serious. So, do you consider, is Joe Burrow,
exactly, because what he's saying is, if that's the case, Dan Marino ain't elite. Same scenario.
Right.
He'll put up 35, 40 points, and his team will give up 42.
God. I mean, but Chris Candy breaks great theater. Chris Candy knows he's BS. He does that on purpose just to draw the audience attention. It works, too, because everybody on the show is all over his ass.
Well, I'm very happy. You know, they only announced it's only 4 Hall of Famers getting in this year. I think Eli Manning got snubbed. A lot of people disagree with me. And I think Fred Taylor got snubbed. They were finalists.
Yeah, also.
I'm so happy for Sterling Sharp.
Also, that
short in the Hall of Fame 15 years ago. And Jared Allen.
And also, they didn't let that the linebacker from the Panthers get in.
Luke Kuechly. Yeah.
How do you not put Luke Kuechly in?
It was his first try. He'll get in, just not on his first try.
I'm trying.
I think Reggie Wayne should have got in, Ronbo.
Wait, was Reggie?
Is try, man.
Is he eligible?
Reggie Wayne deserves to be in the Hall.
He is eligible. Reggie's been out of the league how many years?
About 10 years, 10, 11 years.
Oh,
now.
yeah, he's eligible.
Yeah, after 5 years, that 6th year, he's eligible. He's been a finalist like 3 times.
How do you not? Who makes these? I just wish I could sit in and at least peep through the door as they're tallying up the names and numbers to come to a conclusion.
Reggie Wayne to get in, but the one, this is when I was a little kid, and I've seen film on him. You remember how when the NFL, they had the NFL and the AFL, right? The old AFL in the 60s?
Right.
Can you tell the story of the AFL? Remember the old Kansas City Chiefs? They went to the first Super Bowl in the 4th.
Right.
You ever heard of wide receiver Otis Taylor? He's now deceased. But Otis Taylor should be in that Hall, Ronbo. I don't care if you don't have the numbers. You cannot tell the AFL story without Otis Taylor.
I know. You could read about OT, man. The dude is like, wait a minute. He didn't make it to the Hall of Fame? I haven't been keeping up.
Otis Taylor's not in the Hall of Fame. He died a couple of years ago, and he's still not in. Lynn Dawson, when he was alive, politic for him. I wrote letters to the Hall of Fame about him, like I do other players, and Otis Taylor's still not in the Hall.
I know. You pause. I noticed you've seen Ramia in there asking. Matter of fact, there's got to be a few Atlanta Falcons in the Hall of Fame.
Jesse Tuggle is not in the Hall. He should be in that Hall.
You had a running back.
Claude Humphrey's in the Hall. Only Claude Humphrey. We only have like 1 or 2. Claude Humphrey, who deserves to be in there. Jesse Tuggle, which is Grady Jarrett's father, should be in the Hall. He was a tackling machine in the 90s.
You know, the Hall of Fame, every Hall of Fame, there's always questions in my mind as to what are the requirements. Do you need to be better than the guy? They're only going to let so many in per year. So maybe in this particular class, you were definitely Hall of Fame material, but we can't not put this guy in. You're definitely Hall of Fame material, and hopefully you'll get in the next year. But maybe that's it, because you can't tell me. I mean, I kind of understand Eli not getting in there, but at the same time, He's the, and for nothing else, he's the only man to take Tom Brady down twice.
Yeah, I know why they didn't put Eli in. He's just not going to be on his first try. Eli, I think his career record is 127 and 117, something like that. Only 10 games above 500.
You know what? Eli might not make it. Those are not those are not great numbers. He did win 2 Super Bowls, though.
Numbers. Joe Namath has 235 touchdown passes, 278 interceptions. But Joe changed the game. Joe changed the game.
Joe was the original WWE NFL player.
Yes, sir.
Guarantee you win. Okay. Did get it. Damn. So, those are some notorious players.
I think John Taylor, the San Francisco 49er that played with Rice, them should get some serious Hall of Fame consideration.
See,
he was
again,
an outstanding number 2 receiver.
Like what I just said, they couldn't put him in before they're only going to put in so many guys every session. They only put in so many. Why this is the smallest class they've ever brought in.
That's
Isn't
another
it 4
thing.
people?
It should have been more than 4, at least 2 more guys. This is a small class. At least put in 2 more to get them in.
Because guys can pass away before they do it again next year. That's abuse. But see, that's why it's called a Hall of Fame. It's hard as hell to get into.
Some of those sports writers, Ronbo, like you and I talked about before, they hold grudges. Something might have happened. The player didn't feel like talking to him or something.
And they never got over it.
He's deceased now. He said Ken Stabler never get in the Hall of Fame as long as I'm alive.
See?
And he didn't. Ken Stabler got in the Hall of Fame a year after he passed away. That is sad.
But if I'm overseeing that whole project, that whole operation, that whole gathering, if I hear one guy talking like that, he automatically has made himself ineligible to continue to participate. If you can't be unbiased, then get out. And that you said that in public embarrasses us all.
It's what they did on the football field.
Oh, that's a disgrace. And they had to wait till he died to get people in from Penn. Oh, that's just terrible.
Cliff Branch. I don't know if you remember Cliff Branch. Cliff Branch, the receiver that Ken Stabler threw to. He didn't get into the Hall until after he passed. Bob Hayes, the NFL's fastest man who won a gold medal in the 1960 Olympics, he didn't get into the Hall of Fame until after he died.
There's just no excuse for allowing that to go on amongst those making those kind of decisions. So I just don't get it.
No, I know, Ron, but it's not right.
Tony,
there's a lot of good players. I say get some of the older cats in first. Some of these cats that just retired, make them wait a little bit. Their turn to come, but just make them wait.
Oh yeah, because T.O. pissed them off so bad they wanted to get T.O. off of him, so they put him in. And T.O. could still play. You got to make noise, I guess, for the people to listen. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tony, we're gonna go. I'm gonna see a Super Bowl though. Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm not sure if I want to do this game, but I might. I'll get inspired.
Well, Ronbo, I'm gonna give you a prediction, even though I ain't watching.
Oh yeah,
it.
do.
Final score: 17-17. That's the final.
And the building collapses.
I could care less. So they talking about Mahomes win 3 in a row. Mahomes better than Montana. Mahomes better than Brady. No, he's not.
I know.
Rambo, to me, nobody will ever be better than number 16 for San Francisco in the red and gold, your team.
A guy went out there.
Joe is just the standard, to me.
Yeah. Well, it's appreciated because the fact of the matter is Joe Montana played when there were no rules protecting the quarterback. Joe Montana, to this day, has back issues because of the fact that they allowed defenders to do whatever they wanted to the quarterback, pick him up in the air and give him a suplex. They didn't care. He's a quarterback. As soon as and Joe played through it all and still came out with 4.
And then when Kansas City, they won their first Super Bowl in 1969, And in 1971, they lost in the longest game ever played on Christmas Day to the Dolphins to go to the AFC Championship. And they hadn't been back to the playoffs. And, then Joe goes to Kansas City, Ronbo, and he gets them within one game of the Super Bowl in his first year in Kansas City. I know you remember that.
That's Joe. That's Joe. And it was crushing that he even went to Kansas City and then went over there and made them a better team. Tony, let me see Sunday.
Yeah, that was sad the way that happened.
Yeah, that's
But
football.
Ronbo, it's a pleasure talking to you, Ronbo. Most of those Ram fans ain't in the chat no more, so I'm still going to talk to them every time the Rams say something. I like to talk about the 1969 Rams. No one still has told me how they didn't make the Super Bowl starting the season 11-0.
Rams! Go Rams! Oh, he's talking. He got no reason to be talking. All right, Tony. See you Sunday.
Take care, sir.
You too. All right, Tony. Rams, I still don't understand where you guys got licensed to talk. I just don't get it. That's amazing. I'm going to go, fam. I made up my mind whether I want to do the game right here with you on air or not, though. Harold's right. Mahomes would not survive. He would not have survived in the Montana era. Most of these little candy asses wouldn't. I mean, quarterbacks used to get dropped early in the season like crazy from, they start getting a little more, but not much protection in the 80s. I mean, Steve, I think he set a record for concussions. Actually, man, he's lucky that he hasn't got PTS or something really bad. Man, they just banged him around. Refs wouldn't throw no flags. It's scary. Terry Bradshaw? Who was that? Dude grabbed Bradshaw, grabbed him by the top, went on the crotch, picked him all the way up in the air and slammed him on the ground. Quarterbacks back there, some of the tough ones, Bradshaw was up off the ground and in that dude's face before Mean Joe Green and some of the other guys, or some of the offensive linemen, came over there. That fight was outrageous. I said, boy, Bradshaw. I wasn't worried about the fight. I said, damn. He got up? Jesus Christ. Wow. So, back days when quarterbacks were men. And if you weren't, don't sign up for this game. Ho! Woo! Fam, I'll see you Sunday. I'm thinking game time. We'll see. All right. Between now and then, thanks for contributions, fam. Always appreciated. And thanks for allowing me to hang out with you. Fam, you are definitely fam. Can't wait to see you Sunday. Subscribe. Don't forget to click. Niners! Here we come, 2025.